I think it's pretty amazing when you consider it that Houck has not been good, Casas has not been good. Other than a week, Devers has not been good. Story has been streaky. Duran has not been himself. A lot of guys are just down, and they're still at 500. And again, that's not excuse making. People get mad at me for saying that, but it's true. I mean, I do think that you do look at the future of this organization, Rob, and what stands out the most about Christian Campbell, Roman Anthony, and Marcelo Meyer, they really don't swing and miss a lot, right? Like, it is dominate the strike zone. I'm going to hit for average. I'm going to hit for power. I'm going to walk. I'm going to do all the things that move the line and get on base. So I think that part is really exciting going forward. But in the here and now, I'm not worried about Devers. I never am. You know, he's such a weird hitter. I've really never seen anyone like him, where there's a little Giancarlo Stanton in him now that I think about it, where it's like for 2 weeks he's going to carry your offense and then he's not going to get a hit for the next 2 weeks. Now, the one difference this year is that he's walking much more, and he did it again today in the opener. So I'm not totally concerned. He does need to hit fastballs, period. Like that, whatever that is, he's got to figure that out. But I do not have that same level of mental calmness around Tristan Casas. Like, I think it's developing into the story of this season, Rob. And look, the roster right now is not built to absorb him not being good. They don't have a backup plan at first base. I mean, is it possible that, you know, Romy and even somebody like Rob Refsnyder could play a little bit over there, and maybe you make a little move and find a way to make it work for a little bit at first base? It is. But right now, he is so below water on both levels, and it's just really hurting this team. I think that, you know, the WAR thing would bear it out, but he comes up in so many big spots that you need a good at-bat and has not yet delivered it. So if I were ranking I know you love a good power ranking.
I love a good power ranking.
There's no question for me. I mean, yeah, the middle relievers, but that's baseball. I mean, I thought Zach Kelly would be much better than he's been. I guess I thought Justin Wilson would be too. But yeah, the Bernardino, Kelly, you know, that pocket of guys has been a real problem, but that's not in terms of just worrying on a big level about what's going to hurt this team down the road. The guy at first base to me is the number one concern.
Well, I think that, Will, a lot of good points, and I do think, like, you go into tonight's game, we said this, bizarrely, you almost have more confidence about this lineup.
There's no doubt about it. I felt that for 2 weeks.
Right.
When Refsnyder and Gonzalez are in there, they have a better offense, period.
Yeah,
and that's an indictment of the other guys. Not that they aren't great players, but it tells you what you need to know.
Yeah, and also you have Buehler on the mound who's been pitching really well. So, again, we've workshopped this for the last couple hours, and now we're landed in a place where everyone feels great about themselves. Well,
just see you at the casino tonight, okay?
I think I can get there in time. All right, Will, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. See ya.
All right, that's the great Will Fleming. Always appreciate that. Up next, we sit down, or really we hear from Alex Cora post-game, which you're going to want to hear because it's the guttural reaction after Game 1 loss from Alex Cora, and that's obviously presented by our great friends, the New England Ford dealers. I'm Rob Bradford. I am live from the Red Sox studios in Brighton. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. You're going to hear from Cora after Game 1, right after this.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. Live Good Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. Live Good Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, you know, score often.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Unparalleled performance, innovative technology, premium aesthetics. TimberTech Decking at Riverhead Building Supply brings you all that and more. TimberTech endures year after year without fading, staining, or rotting. Learn more at rbscorp.com.
Whether fishing, floating, or boating, in Minnesota, lakes aren't just a destination.
Nice walleye.
They're a way of life.
The water is so clean and so clear, it's quite magical.
See what makes Minnesota the star of the North at exploreminnesota.com.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with Amex CST 1022318.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Aprovecha estos deals de primavera en Lowe's. Lleva 5 plantas anuales selectas de una pinta por solo $5. Además, obtén una batería Toro de 60 voltios gratis al comprar una podadora eléctrica selecta Toro de 60 voltios. Así sí, se disfruta la temporada. Compra ahora mismo en tiendas o en línea. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/30, hasta agotar existencias. Tamaño actual y selección de la planta varían por lugar. Excluye Hawái.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm Rob Bradford. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Well, every single day we have Alex Cora, the Alex Cora interview. Earlier today, Cooper Boardman sat down with Alex before Game 1, and obviously they played Game 1, lost 5-4. So what we did, or what we are doing, is we're allowing you to hear from what Alex Cora said after Game 1. And of course, that interview is always brought to you on WEEI by our New England Ford dealers. Hurry to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. Okay, well, here you go. Here was Alex Cora after the tough loss in Game 1.
It was good after the first inning. The first inning, they put the ball in play. Seems like they made some adjustments or game planning wise, right? They got 3 or 4 hits on the split. They're lefties, and they scored 4.
After you guys, took that early lead, how kind of disappointing was it to see him give it back?
Yeah, I mean, it's a shutdown inning, big time. But that's what they do. They put the ball in play. They put pressure on you. But yeah. And credit to the guys that kept battling, but obviously a 3-0 lead, you feel good about yourself.
That was Rafi's hardest hit ball this season. What's it like seeing him hit swings off like that?
I mean, getting to the fastball is important. Like I've been saying all along, he's been working hard on getting to that position and start hitting the ball out in front, and that was a great swing.
some opportunities late in the game, but guys in scoring position.
Yeah, we didn't cash in. We had traffic. We put some good at bats, but then we didn't cash in. So we just got to be better.
How concerned are you with multiple hitters just being inconsistent? Like, Trevor Story's over his last 17 after he had a strong stretch. I mean, just like people have had good stretches and then, followed by not so good ones.
It's part of the season. It's 162, and you're not going to be hot the whole time, and we just got to keep working hard, keep getting better, and try to be a little bit more consistent.
Do you see one particular thread running through Tanner's starts this year?
Not really. I mean, he was good today after the first inning. He was really good. His fastball a little bit better, kind of like, adjusted after the first, right? So obviously not what we wanted, the 4 runs in the first, but there were a lot of positives today.
Well, there you have it, Alex Cora. After the game today, after the 5-4 loss to the Cleveland Guardians, of course, they get another chance at the Guardians coming up in Game 2. And just a reminder, everybody, you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Well, of course, we know that today is draft day for all the NFL, including the New England Patriots. And I just want to give you, as a little bonus, the Patriots picks as they have gone through the draft. They're actually picking the 7th round right now, but we can give you the picks up until this time. Will Campbell, first-round pick. Trevon Henderson, running back, Ohio State. Second-round pick, Kyle Williams, wide receiver, Washington State. Third round, also in the third round, Jared Wilson, center from Georgia. Round 4, Greg Woodson, safety out of California. Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle, another round 4 pick. Round 5, maybe a steal, Braden Swinson, an edge rusher out of LSU. And yes, it wouldn't be a Patriots draft without a kicker. Andres Borregales out of Alex Cora's alma mater, Miami, in round 6. Well, we talk about the draft and football. I thought it would be a great time to sit down with a great friend, Blake Sable, who played in the first game. And Blake Sable has a lot of connections to football. His second cousin is Troy Polamalu. His best friend is Juju Smith-Schuster. So, very, very special Saturday edition of the 2-Minute Grill. We're going to be having that come up along with a lot of other things, lineup, scoreboard, the whole ball of wax as we get ready for the call in Cleveland. Will Fleming, Cooper Boardman. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. All right, all that good stuff as we storm to the first pitch for Game 2 coming up next.
Nice drive, man. Shame your other drive isn't what it used to be.
Hey, that's why I'm on Live Good Vitality now.
Oh, yeah? Does it work?
Buddy, energy's up, mood's great, and let's just say my wife is very happy with my short game.
Live Good Vitality. Clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and libido. Don't spend $50 or $60 for low-quality products that don't work. Get the best men's hormone support for just $24.95. Go to livegood.com. Score on and off the course.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet for only $50 a month with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee and equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Aprovecha estos deals de primavera en Lowe's. Lleva 5 plantas anuales selectas de una pinta por solo $5. Además, obtén una batería Toro de 60 voltios gratis al comprar una podadora eléctrica selecta Toro de 60 voltios. Así sí, se disfruta la temporada. Compra ahora mismo en tiendas o en línea. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/30, hasta agotar existencias. Tamaño actual y selección de la planta varían por lugar. Excluye Hawái.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow, or a segment of the pregame show, which I get an honor. I'm very honored to do and get the right to do every other day, is the 2-minute grill. And today I'm introducing my own 2-minute grill, McFarland Energy 2-minute grill. It's presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Yes, scream it from the mountaintops, McFarland. And this 2-minute grill, a little bit longer than 2 minutes because the conversation was so good. And it has to do with a Red Sox player and his relationship to football. Blake Sabol, a guy who played in the first game and now is punctuating his day by being on the 2-minute grill. All right, for the first time on the 2-minute grill, Blake Sabol, thank you so much for joining us. The first thing is, we were watching that you were the second cousin of Troy Polamalu. This is the beginning of the foundation of our football talk today. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my mom used to babysit Troy growing up, and so she was a big Steelers fan. And when I was younger, they had beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, so it was really easy as a kid to be like, oh, I'm a Steelers fan now too, like Mom. And then, obviously learned about Troy being in the family, and I've met him on 2 occasions, and he's been kind of like a role model in a way of just like how he handled himself on the field and off the field, and how respected he was by both people like fans and media, but also like his teammates really respected him. And I've had a little overlapping as far as being a USC Trojan myself, and then getting drafted to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and so it's been pretty cool. And it's definitely, that's a lot of people get as giddy as I do, I would say, as far as being related to someone like that.
So in the theme of the football, because we're in the middle of the NFL draft now, you were a wide receiver. You were recruited to almost could go to University of Hawaii, right?
Yeah, so that was like something I considered, but I always knew I wanted to play baseball, and I felt like going to USC was better for, my baseball career.
Okay, and then the last, well, maybe not the last football connection, but another football connection is you said your best friend's Juju Smith-Schuster, former Patriot.
Yeah, former Patriot, former Steeler as well, and he was one of my first friends I made when I went to USC, and it was kind of a cool story too, because like the year before my senior year in high school, Juju was a freshman at USC, and I already was a big fan of him then, and he wore number 9, and so I actually wore number 9 as a wide receiver in high school.
Really?
And ended up becoming really good friends with him, and we still keep in touch to this day, and play Call of Duty together and things like, even on like when I got drafted by the Pirates. So I signed my contract at PNC Park, and then I texted Juju, hey, I'm in the city for one night. I don't know if you're busy with practice. He's like, no, I got you. So it was funny. I'm like sitting in the lobby, and some of the other draft guys are like, oh, what are you doing tonight, Blake? And I was like, oh, my friend from college is picking me up for dinner. I didn't want to like name drop Juju. Yeah. Sure enough, though, he pulls up in a BMW i8 with butterfly doors opening, and everyone's like, who's that? I was like, that's Juju Smith. They're like, what? And then he took me out to dinner in Pittsburgh, and it was really cool. Got to talk, because I think the week before, I know I'm going a little off topic.
No.
Week before, he had thrown this big free event for kids in Pittsburgh to come out to a big park, and he threw it was like a water park kind of thing, like slides and water balloon fights and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, how'd that go? And he paid for all of that out of his own pocket, really good in the community. And then like something that wasn't even in the media at all was that night when he took me out to dinner. He took me around Union Square there over in Pittsburgh, and there was a homeless man with a 3-legged dog that's, asking for help and stuff. And Juju was like, hey, man, are you going to be right here for another 10 minutes? And the guy's like, yeah, I'm not moving. And he's like, stay right here. I'll be right back. And he's like, Blake, come on. We went to his car and drove back over to where he was. And if you know Juju, he has a pretty famous dog, Bougie. Yeah. And so Juju had like a whole bunch of dog food in his trunk, and so we pulled up to this man, and Juju took out a whole bunch of money in his wallet, handed it to this guy, and then gave him big bags of dog food. And was like, here you go, man, like God bless him. And then we left, and like there was no cameras on him, nothing.
Really?
It's just out of the kindness of his heart.
Man, you've got some great role models.
Oh yeah. He is literally, as a person, is one of the best people I know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you've turned out all right already too. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, that was Blake Sable. Obviously, a great conversation. Another great 2-Minute Grill. We want to thank the fine folks at McFarland for sponsoring the 2-Minute Grill. So fun for me to do, and I hope everybody has been enjoying that all throughout last year and certainly throughout this season as well. Well, speaking of enjoying things, we always enjoy the scoreboard. It's time for Subaru of New England Scoreboard update. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Cincinnati Reds, they are in the bottom of the ninth. They are beating the Colorado Rockies 6-3. Texas tied with the Giants 2-2. Is Texas the best team in the American League? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe. Power rankings, I'd probably put them up there right now. And yes, the Chicago White Sox taking it to the Sacramento A's. I know they don't like to be called that, but the A's 9-1. And White Sox over the A's in a barn burner of a game. A great National League matchup right now. In the 6th inning, Philadelphia Phillies up 9-2 over the Chicago White Sox. The Mets leading over the Washington Nationals 2-0 over the Washington Nationals. And, of course, you have the Red Sox in Game 2 coming up against the Guardians, Baltimore against Detroit, Houston against Cleveland as well. You have a couple games which, let's see, Boston. We already have those. So, Game 2 coming up for the Red Sox. As you know, Red Sox at 500 right now. They are trying to keep pace with the New York Yankees. If you go through the standings right now, Red Sox are 2 games behind the New York Yankees. Yankees sitting at 15-11. Also at 500 in the American League East, Toronto Blue Jays at 13-13. Tampa Bay Rays at 12-14. Orioles at 10-15. In terms of the Guardians, well, the Guardians are hanging tough with a really, really good team, the Tigers. They're a half game behind the Tigers as we speak. So they could be in a first place tie with the Tigers. Tigers at 16-10. Well, it's time for the starting lineups once again, and that's brought to you by our great friends at Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't just sell cars, we help people buy them. And as we said before, this is when Will Fleming, this is a lineup the Red Sox might feel pretty good about heading into game 2, because they have a lot of righties. They have guys producing. Jaron Duran's in left field, Rafael Devers at DH, Alex Bregman in third base, Trevor Story at shortstop, Rob Refsnyder in right field, Roby Gonzalez at first base, Christian Campbell back at second, Carlos Narvaez is catching, and Ceddanne Raphael is in center field with Walker Buehler on the mound. Well, here's the lock of the game. You can't finish this off without giving me giving you the lock of the game, presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England Metal Roofing.com, and I'm going to take the easy way out. I'm going to go with Walker Buehler. Do you realize that the Red Sox have not lost a Walker Buehler start since the first time he started in the Red Sox uniform earlier this year? I mean, that's really, really good stuff. That's stuff that you should know about, and also stuff that's pertinent. Remember, after giving up 9 earned runs in the first 9 1/3 innings this year, Buehler has flashed glimpses of his former all-star self over the last 3 outings, allowing just 4 runs over 18 1/3 innings. Well, it's been a great pregame show. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate Sammy and Gordo from the Playtesting Podcast for jumping on in the first segment and ranting and raving. And we feel better about things heading into game 2 after getting airing the grievances from game 1. Now you feel good about heading into game 2. Thank you, Will Fleming, also from the expertise from Cleveland. Well, I'm Rob Bradford. Remember, Baseball Isn't Boring podcast. Listen to it every day. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Hang tight. The Red Sox are in action next on the Shaw's in Star Market, WEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit MerckHelps.com, sponsored by Merck.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Aprovecha estos deals de primavera en Lowe's. Lleva 5 plantas anuales selectas de una pinta por solo $5. Además, obtén una batería Toro de 60 voltios gratis al comprar una podadora eléctrica selecta Toro de 60 voltios. Así sí, se disfruta la temporada. Compra ahora mismo en tiendas o en línea. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/30, hasta agotar existencias. Tamaño actual y selección de la planta varían por lugar. Excluye Hawái.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, Mike Lee, it's over.
And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers.
Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo has pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike 3, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Trey Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
Warner just yelled. They're attacking A-Rod having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Cooper Boardman.
From Progressive Field in the heart of downtown Cleveland, Ohio, we welcome you to the nightcap of a 2-game day for the Boston Red Sox. Sox, a heartbreaker, dropped the opener, but they got a chance to level things here on the shores of Lake Erie with Walker Buehler on the mound, opposed by a young man making his major league debut, the left-hander Doug Nikhazy, on a cool and overcast Cleveland night. It's a different-looking lineup for both clubs. Alex Cora and Stephen Vogt shake things up a little bit as they play Game 2 on a day that Ernie Banks would have loved. Will Fleming and Cooper Boardman. And Coop, the beautiful thing about baseball is that oftentimes you just have to wait one day, not even for these Red Sox. They take a 2-hour break, have a little meal, and you get to come immediately erase the memory of a disappointing opener to this doubleheader.
I'll tell you what, my mood shifted the instant I saw Walker Buehler leave the first base side dugout to warm up in right field. And I think that you think about this offseason, and obviously Garrett Crochet is the ultimate stopper, and Alex Bregman is the ultimate guy that you want to put in your lineup when you look at the free agent class. But right along with that is Walker Buehler, and you sign him for days like today. You pay him the amount that they did for days like today, where between Thursday and Game 1, it felt a little gray, it felt a little ugly. And this is a guy who's thrown the ball incredibly well over his last 3 games, so I'm feeling good here for Game 2.
Yeah, he really has been good for 3 straight starts. He'll take the ball in the bottom of the first. Red Sox sure could use a top of the first like they had in the opener. The Red Sox did fall to the Guardians in Game 1, but Buehler looking to turn it around with the backing of his offense. Time now for the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. Beautiful job by the Smithville High School Band on a Cleveland night. Red Sox and the Cleveland Guardians, they got the home white unis on, socks, red tops, above gray pants. What must be going on in the mind of the left-hander Doug Nikhazy, making his major league debut, sort of an undersized left-hander. And all he'll have to do in the first inning is see Duran, Devers, and Bregman. Cooper, how about the full starting lineups?
Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet the players, starting with the aforementioned Jarren Duran, the left fielder who leads it off. Rafi homered in Game 1. He bats second and is the DH. Alex Bregman bats third and plays third, followed by Trevor Story, the cleanup man, who starts at shortstop. Rob Refsnyder in there in Game 2 against the left-hander. He bats sixth and plays right. Romy right behind him, the first baseman batting sixth. Christian Campbell hits seventh. The second baseman, Carlos Narvaez, does the catching, batting eighth. And Cedon Rafaela bats ninth and plays center, with Walker Buehler on the mound opposite Doug Nikhazy. Major league debut for the left-hander. Red Sox get 7 right-hand hitters in the lineup against him as we get set for Game 2, another cool night in Cleveland, Ohio. Jarren Duran in the box, Nikhazy on the mound, and Will Fleming on your play-by-play.
Great to be with you once again, Coop. Here is Duran looking to be the spark plug against Nikhazy. Left on left. He throws, and Jarren takes a strike on the outside corner. 6:10 p.m. Right on time. 48 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork Tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. Here's Duran looking at a fastball that misses outside. This guy, Doug Nikhazy, Nikhazy, likes a New England IPA. He will not overwhelm with his stuff. Covers his face with a glove. He rocks the 1-1. Is fouled off on the third base side. He was a second-round pick, 2021 draft. Just way up the minor league system. This year, Coop's seen him down at AAA Columbus. He's made 4 starts, 1-0 with a 3.44.
Weird arm slot. Good left-hander. Roman Anthony doubled twice against him, so that's just a fact.
The delivery does look a little funky for Nikhazy. Duran waits. The 1-2 is outside, a high fastball. And it's 2-2. Jaron comes in 241 with a homer and 11 driven in. But he's not yet found his stride in this season. There have been sort of fits and spurts. The 2-2 swing and a foul back. Duran's swing is different. There's no question about it. Can look like he pulls off at times. He's at his best when he lines balls to left and launches mistakes on off speed down the right field line. Not seen a lot of that yet. The 2-2 swing and a foul. Again, sort of a tentative swing there. Slider at a 2-strike count. And Duran hangs in there to begin the game. For the Guardians, Manzardo at first, Arias at second, Brian Rocchio the shortstop with Jose Ramirez the third baseman. 2-2 to Jaron. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's been a huge problem for the Red Sox. In center field, Angel Martinez. Jhonkensy Noel is in right field with Schneemann in left. Defensive alignment. By the Baldwin Group. Insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Here's Devers. One out, base is empty. Here's the pitch. Rafi takes a strike on the outside corner.
No, we talked about it in game 1. The Guardians are top 10 in fastball usage in baseball. Starters, relievers, all of the above. And the guys that call up from AAA, well, their fastballs a lot.
Brock Ballou had the day game off. He's the home plate umpire. Rafi saws one off, foul on the first base side. It is 0-2. In that way, it's a bad matchup. And in some manner, the Red Sox just got to find a way to break out of that. It's the big leagues. You got to hit fastballs. 0-2. One down at the top of the first. Pitch outside. A take by Devers. They will often, in fact, always in the big leagues, have a 5-umpire crew for these doubleheaders. Ballou did not work game 1. He's got the plate here tonight. 1-2 to Devers. Pitch. Swinging a high fly down the left field line. Slicing deep toward the pole and just outside of it foul. I promise you that in the first base Red Sox dugout, Alex Cora is going, okay, those are the kind of swings that usually mean big things are coming for Devers. And oftentimes it is a foul like that. 1-2. Devers waits with the open stance. Nikhazy throws, and Rafi takes a high fastball. And it is 2-2. It's amazing. Devers on pace by far to have his best on base season. He has walked 22 times, most on the Red Sox. 2-2. And at the last minute, Devers will call time. Speed Report brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store to check out the latest deals. Let's see what the Red Sox can do with Ref Snyder and Romy. No start tonight for Abreu and Casas. Lefties are off. The 2-2 outside. He's working yet another count, a changeup. And it's 3-2. Cloud cover overhead. It's not that uncomfortable. We say that, though, with the benefit of a heater overhead and glass walls around us. 3-2 to Devers. Here's the pitch. And it's outside ball for another base on balls to Rafi. Didn't realize it at first, but he's aboard for Alex Bregman.
He was standing there. There were 40,000 people watching him stand there. But, that's it right there. Four seamers and sinkers around the zone that he leaves. Sliders that he fights off, and he gets on base. It's not the slug that he needs to be doing on a consistent basis, but he's on for Alex Bregman against a left-hander.
A fabulous game 1. The pitch to him is inside. Curveball, and it's 1-0. Bregman, 324, 5 homers, 21 driven in. Devers at first, 1 out the pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball foul. Inside of third. And it's a ball and a strike. little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 1-1 to Bregman. Devers not much of a lead over there at first with Story out on deck. Here's the pitch. Bregman takes a changeup up and away. Well, clearly, I mean, Nikhazy, this is the fun thing about these debuts. This kid who has dreamt of this moment for years and years. This hitter right here, I promise you, is the one that makes him the most nervous in this entire start. 2-1 to Bregman. Here's the pitch. And that's down and in, not only because he's a right-handed hitter with power, but in a case he's been watching Bregman in the playoffs in the ALCS for 7 straight years.
I was having this almost exact conversation with Roman Anthony. Like, yeah, he's a competitor, and yeah, you're a baseball player.
3-1 to Bregman is high, ball 4-2. Straight walks for the Red Sox, and they're in business in the first.
But you cannot be 24, in Roman's case, younger, but 24, 25, 26 years old, and not look at Alex Bregman and feel all of that. You saw it in the at-bat there. That's consecutive walks. Nikhazy's going to walk guys 3 per 9 at AAA. Strike guys out 9 per 9, and that's been the first 3 batters he's seen so far.
How big would a big swing be from Trevor Story, who took the collar in game 1? Right-hander's in a little bit of a funk, 283 overall, though. The pitch is drilled into the gap in left center field. That's a base hit, and it's going to give the Red Sox the lead. Raffy rounds third. He will score. It's a line drive hit for Trevor Story, and it's 1-0 Red Sox.
Nikhazy throws the slider more than any other pitch, and that's into Story, and it's middle to Story, and that is a swing that we've been looking for from Trevor Story, who had been 0 for 17 with 9 strikeouts over his last few games. It's amazing how pretty that swing is when he's on the baseball.
It's been shorter, more line drives, and here's where things could get really fun for the Red Sox. They're stacked up with righties. Nikhazy does not appear to have much. 1-0. The pitch to Refsnyder is inside ball 1. They're patient. They're finding pitches to hit seriously. Well, you got Bregman, Story, Romy, and Refsnyder right here. They could put up some big numbers against this young left-hander pitching for the first time in the big leagues. 1-0. The pitch instead of throw to first. I just don't think, even though Story's been so quick this year, he has stolen 6 bases. I think with the way they're seeing Nikhazy, I don't know that it's worth the risk to test it here. 1-0 to Refsnyder, who's been so good in limited action. The pitch is fouled off his front foot. He was sitting fastball, got a curveball, and it is 1-1. I mean, Rob Refsnyder has played in 10 games, 25 at-bats, but hitting .320. And he's just been a total model of productivity. A homer and 2 driven in, on base, .370 clip. 1-1 at the corners, trying to hang a crooked number in the first. Nikhazy sets. He throws. Refsnyder swings and pops it up on the infield. Foul side of the first baseline, back of the plate, and the first baseman Manzardo has it. That will disappoint Refsnyder, and they're 2 away.
We saw it in game 1. Red Sox had a couple of guys on in the 4th inning and just couldn't find a way to push extras across. It felt like they had Ben Lively up against it. We've seen it this year. When they've had guys up against it, they've been able to get them out of ball games. And this is a moment here where it can be 1-0 or it could be 2 or 3-0 in this first inning.
Yes, and the great offenses smell blood in the water with a young pitcher like this. See if Romy, who's looked so comfortable, can deliver the big hit. 1-0 with 2 on and 2 out. The pitch is a strike, top of the zone. Didn't have to be a curveball. In there, and it's 0-1. 30 ABs in 10 games for Romy. 33 with 4 driven in. 0-1. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses at a really good fastball in under the hands, and it's 0-2. I don't think it's a huge exaggeration to say that Romy at times has looked like the Red Sox most comfortable hitter. But he's in an 0-2 hole here. Bregman at third, Story at first. Here's the pitch. Romy swings and misses. He chased a high fastball there. And the inning is over, though. Story does get a big hit. And And it puts the Red Sox ahead 1-0. Walker Buehler to the mound after this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with Amex CST 1022318.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Next Level Pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next-level protection for your dog.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Folks, the Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from the Red Sox pitcher during the season, Arbella Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good.
Walker Buehler's first pitch to Stephen Kwan is strike one. With a 1-0 lead, Kwan fouls it off and out of play down the left field side, and just like that, it is 0-2. As we talked about in the lead up to this game, Walker's been very good. 3 in a row. 0-2 to Kwan. Ground ball on the right side. Romy goes down gloves and flips underhand to the covering Buehler. Wearing number 0 on the back of that red jersey. He smiles at Romy. And there's one away. Last time, 6 strong innings for Walker Buehler. 7, in fact. 1 run on 4 hits with 9 strikeouts against the White Sox. He has won 2 straight, 3 overall in his 5 starts, with overall a 4.23. Here's Daniel Schneemann, who takes fastball outside for ball 1. Hit very hard early in the season, 9 runs in his first 2 starts, Walker. Much better since the 1-0. Curveball chops soft into the right side. Romy circles around at gloves, flips underhand to Buehler. Beautifully done on both sides there. Not easy for Romy, and they're 2 down.
Walker Buehler athleticism there, pitchers too. It's been fun watching Walker pitch for a lot of reasons, but I think in these last 3 starts, it's been sequencing, right? You know, he has 7 different pitches he can throw, and he's throwing all 7, and all different counts in all different moments. It's very Seth Lugo-like.
Here is Jose Ramirez, one of the game's great players, that he takes strike 1. Walker's filling it up early, and it's 0-1. I have to ask you to uncork a riddle for me from the Sox notes tonight. 0-1. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It says the Red Sox have won 4 of his last 5 starts, including the last 4. I think probably just they've won his last 4. 0-2 is a ground ball to short. Right at Bregman, he gloves and throws to first in time. And that is beautiful from Walker Buehler. 8 pitches, 3 quick outs. The offense back to work right after this. Sox have a 1-0 lead It'll be Campbell, Narvaez, and Rafaela on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, onabotulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Christian Campbell to lead it off for the Red Sox. We go to the top of the second inning, 1-0 Boston. Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, Porsche Boston, Porsche Burlington. Christian can afford a Porsche or two these days. He takes the first pitch fastball down and in for ball one. Pitch is drilled high in the air into the gap in right center field, and that's going to get down off the track and off the wall. Campbell is into second base with a stand-up double. Waiting for loud contact from him. We find it here in the second inning, and a leadoff double for Campbell.
It doesn't feel like Nagase has a lot of answers right now. I mean, he's throwing the slider a little bit. He got away from the four-seam fastball. This is a change-up up, and Christian Campbell did what you're supposed to do to change ups up.
Mashed hit. The Red Sox looking to do damage here. Now Carlos Narvaez with that double. Another double for diabetes and $50 to the American Diabetes Association. Carlos comes in at 210. That does not reflect his overall impact. It takes first pitch strike. And it's 0-1. I guess that was called a ball off the plate and in. Brought to you in part by the Mass Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org. 1-0 to Carlos. The pitch is a check swing. Did he go? No. High and away. And it's 2-0. I'm fascinated to see how the Red Sox would play it if Rafaela comes up again with 2 on and none out. He's on deck. Narvaez at worst is trying to get Campbell over to third. Red Sox need to be better at situational baseball until the offense really gets humming. 2-0. Casey steps off. And yet, I think probably in their dugout, and certainly between the ears with Pete Fatsi and the hitting group, they're thinking not about small ball. They want to destroy this young pitcher. 2-0 to Narvaez. The pitch. Swing and a foul. He was trying to launch there. But off the end of the bat, it's 2-1. Truly has ranked around the top of every defensive list in Big League Baseball as Carlos Narvaez. Homer Thursday against Seattle. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Carlos grounds one to third. Not going to do the job. Ramirez has it. He throws to first in time. It's a big pitch for Nikhazy. One down, and here comes Cedon.
It's a very unique arsenal, right? He throws a slider more than any other pitch, even to right-handers. Four-seamer is very low spin, which means he gets a lot of ground balls on it, as opposed to the traditional four-seamer where there are a lot of fly balls, and then just kind of dices with everything else.
Here's Cedon. It started to look a lot better. The pitch is swung on and missed. Now, that was a curveball at the bottom of the zone. He has hit so many loud line drives to right field of late. as Rafael. This is generally the kind of pitcher he does damage against. Campbell at second, one down in the second. 1-0 Red Sox. Here's the pitch. And he drives it high in the air into right field. It'll hang up, though, for Noel. He's there to make the play. Huge, lumbering right fielder. After one of the great swings of last year's postseason. Fans love Noel. And with 2 down, here comes Jarren Duran.
Best nickname in the big leagues. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Big Christmas. Now, there's some people in this town who'd like to see him do a little bit more to earn that kind of nickname, but what an unbelievably great call that was from Brian Anderson in the ALCS when he hit the game-tying home run. The ultimate present under the tree. See what Jarren can find for Navidad right here. Runner at second with 2 down. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Twice in game 1 today. The Red Sox did not get runners across after having first and second with nobody out here. A leadoff double, trying to not squander that. 0-1 to Duran. The pitch. Swinging as he chased a high fastball. Just like that. 0-2 to Duran. Guardians won game 1, 5-4. Duran calls time and steps out. Campbell a leadoff double. He leads at second. Christian Campbell, that's already his 6th double in his rookie year. 0-2 to Duran. The pitch way outside. Good take. Slider from Nikhazy. And it's 1-2. Unfortunately, Cooper will not be able to play Casey's number all that often on the roulette wheel tonight. It's 65, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner foul on the third base side.
It's a great shame. It's all right. Duran, Rafi, Bregman story. Yeah. 16, 11, 2, 10.
All that feels good. Put some chips down on that, particularly if the Sox can win.
Only Carlos Narvaez unplayable at 75.
1 ball, 2 strikes. To Duran. Here's the pitch. Jarren lines one up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Campbell will score. They do cash it in. Duran a big-time hit, and it's 2-0 Red Sox. That is impressive left on left.
You look at batted balls for Jarren Duran this year. There's been a lot on the ground the other way. He hasn't gotten around the baseball as much. This is much closer to Jarren Duran. Line drive up the middle, takes it to center field. That's what we saw so many times last year.
Such a good point. He was launching balls hard to all fields. Now Rafi trying to get greedy. Pitch is swung on and missed. And that's an 89-mile-an-hour fastball that was right in the middle of the plate. Rafi missed it, and it's 0-1. So, 2 runs in. Duran might be thinking about it here, even with the left-hander on the mound. And right along with him, Nikhazy throws over to first. Just imagine you're sitting in the stands, and in your hands, it's your first ice-cold Harpoon IPA of the game. You can see it now. If you're not at the game, find a local retailer at harpoon.com. Harpoon, first or forever. 0-1. Pitch to Rafi, way high with a fastball. Much bigger crowd in the nightcap here. This really is one of my favorite stops in the big leagues. Great fan base. And this ballpark has stood the test of time. Rafi takes one of the backstop. Duran will get to second the easy way. Devers sort of stretching himself out like he almost twisted something, trying to get out of the way of that baseball.
It was a misstep from Nikhazy. He just kind of fell down as he threw that pitch. Looking at the replay, yeah, he just slipped.
Really, Rafi looked totally uncomfortable there. This place opened opening day 1994. Wow. 2-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, slider under the plate. Out beneath the zone, and it's 2-2.
This does not feel like a building that was built in 1994.
No, they've done a really nice job upgrading it. They've added bars and decks all over the place. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swinging a high drive into left center field. Back on it, Martinez on the run on the warning track. He can't get it, and it is off the wall. Coming home to score is Duran. Devers is into second with an opposite field double. But I tell you about that foul ball, it's 3-0 Red Sox.
How many times at home has it been like, all right, let's get Rafi right. Let's put one off the monster here in left center. It's not monster sized. It is 19 feet high in left center here. It's a sinker away. It's up, and it's that swing. That Rafi Devers swing to left center. You don't know how it's going to go, but you could look at that swing as the one that got him right.
Crank it now, 3-0 Red Sox. It is very hard to pick the baseball up on the wall in left center field because it's these digital boards. Right now it says bet 365, which is the message for Cooper to bet that amount of cash on black after the win tonight. Carl Willis to the mound. And Rafi and Jose Ramirez are laughing with each other on the left side of the infield. So here we go again, just as in game 1. Red Sox have 3 runs in. They lead the Guardians, and now the righties are stacked up. Here's Alex Bregman. 2 outs in the second. Nikhazy at the belt, throws, and Bregman takes a strike. Curveball at the bottom of the zone. It's not a traditional curveball at all. It kind of acts like a cutter. It's not that much of a north-south breaker. Nikhazy's hook. Bregman walked his first time. The pitch is outside. He's not looking to walk right here. Fastball that missed, and it's 1-1. To see the Red Sox become that fast break offense. 1-1, 2 runs in. The pitch high. The fastball. The 99-cent sale is back. Pick up participating items at Shaw's and Star Market for just 99 cents each, or for by the pound. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox radio network. 2-1 is low. I did not read the copy as is, which it says 99 cents by the each or by the pound.
I'm telling you, just one grape. Yeah. One sure. Tangerine.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Buy them by the each. 3-1 to Bregman. See if we can find something to drive right here. Sox already ahead by 3. Nikhazy not comfortable at all. I mean, he wasn't really close to Bregman the first time, and now a 3-1 count. He knows he is painted into a corner. 3-1 pitch is up and in, ball 4. He just does not look like he wants to give Bregman anything to hit. So now another big chance for Trevor Story.
Yeah, he just doesn't, it seems, have a lot of avenues right now against right-hand hitters once he gets behind. You know, he's gotten ahead a few times with the slider first pitch. It's been a lot better, but when he gets to 2-0, 2-1, they're sitting fastball. He's not throwing them fastballs. Either Rafi's putting it off the wall, or in this case, Bregman's walking.
So 2-1 for Story, who takes a high fastball, and it's 1-0. Cleveland used 5 pitchers in game 1 of the doubleheader. So they're limited. The pitch is high. Nikhazy is their 27th man, just as Criswell is. But, I mean, this starts to teeter a little bit for Stephen Vogt, where he's got some tough decisions to make about how to use the bullpen in a game he already trails early. Trevor Story waits. The 2-0. Swinging a ground ball. Foul just outside the third base bag. It's close, but it's 2-1. Tanner Houck battled for 5 innings, gave up 4 runs in the first, and then settled in. Bernardino suffered the loss. Then Weissert and Guerrero threw for the Red Sox. So they've got their big bullpen arms set up for tonight. Whereas the Guardians used a bunch of them in game 1. Time is called by Story. It's one of the reasons you so often see splits in doubleheaders, because the team that goes for it in game 1 is a little short-handed in the nightcap. 2-1 to Story. The pitch is a ball high with a slider, and it's 3-1, and Nikhazy is in huge trouble right here. You're not in Columbus anymore. 2 on, 2 out, 3-0 Red Sox. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike. Shouldn't have been. I mean, that is not good at all from the home plate umpire. That was 3 inches above the zone. And a rookie who's fighting it gets the call.
Trevor shaking his head at the home plate umpire, Brock Ballou.
That's just a bad miss. 3-2. Trevor settles back in. Devers at second, Bregman at first. The pitch. Inside ball 4. He couldn't call that one a strike. I mean, the Guardians' bullpen is quiet. And so now, having thrown 55 pitches, trailing by 3, the Red Sox have a chance to crank this thing wide open with Rob Refsnyder.
55 pitches, 30 strikes, so he's 54%.
Well, the Red Sox get credit for grinding him. He does not have a grand slam in his career. Refsnyder, the pitch, is inside. And that's ball 1. This is where it gets really dramatic with a young pitcher because Refsnyder wants to work him, wants to make him uncomfortable. But you know, Nikhazy doesn't want to walk in a run. 1-0. The pitch is high. That's such an easy take. Way out of the zone, and it's 2-0. And now Refsnyder will be selective. He wants to keyhole one pitch in one spot. Bases loaded. 2-0. Pitch. Way high, and it's 3-0. Now Nikhazy has no idea where it's going right now. I think certainly Refsnyder takes a pitch here. The way Nikhazy looks. 3-0 Sox. Base is loaded. Pitch is a strike. Top of the zone. And that was closer than the one that was called to Story. Refsnyder took a step towards first. And now he'll call time. I think that's the right call. He'll clear the mechanism. Take a deep breath, adjust his batting helmet, and dig back in. Refsnyder has owned left-handed pitching. 3-1. Here it is. Rob swings and misses. Fooled there with a changeup. And it is 3-2. A key moment this is early in the game. Red Sox lead at every base. They off with the pitch. Here's the 3-2, and it is inside ball 4. He walked him, and the Red Sox score another run, and they lead it 4-0. Now, I believe these Midwest nice fans are booing the home plate umpire Brock Ballou rather than the pitcher Nikhazy. That was a ball.
Clearly so, by a couple of inches, and now all of a sudden their bullpen starts to move. He's thrown 61 pitches in this. I will say this, he's struggled to find the zone, but the Red Sox have done a very nice job.
So here's Romy. 4-0 Red Sox. Nikhazy throws. Gonzalez swings and drives one high and deep into left field. It is back at the track off the end of the bat. It will hang up and be caught by Schneemann. And the inning is over. The Sox get 3 more. And after an inning and a half at Progressive Field, they lead it 4-0 on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
Hi, this is Walker Bueller. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Walker Bueller's got a 4-run lead as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Sox lead the Guards, need a win to split this doubleheader. And Bueller's been filling up the zone. Misses to Kyle Manzardo a little bit outside, and it is 1-1. Of course, Walker, Kentucky guy. The 1-0 pitch is on the ground on one hop. A quick out as Campbell scampers to his left. He gloves and throws to first, one away. And not only is he into horses, he owns a couple of them, including one with Alex Bregman called March of Time that this month won a race at Santa Anita. If these guys touch, turns gold. Something tells me at some point we'll see a couple of them in the paddock. The Kentucky Derby. Here's Gabriel Arias. He skies one deep into right field. This thing is crushed. Back on it goes Refsnyder at the warning track. He will get there and make the play on the run right in front of the 375 sign. That was a bolt from Arias, but not on this night. I mean, Walker Bueller's thrown 11 pitches and gotten 5 outs.
Hard to imagine a better vibe change in game 2 than what Walker Bueller's done. The Red Sox have grinded out offensively. He just throws strikes. He throws so many different pitches. You don't know what's coming. It's just really enjoyable to watch.
It is. Your generation's obsessed with vibes. Here's Bo Naylor, who takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, and the vibes are outstanding right now. I don't understand the problem.
Before we finish tonight, I want to know what you would name a racehorse that you owned. 0-1 to Bo Naylor, who lost his brother in a trade in the offseason to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bo takes strike, and it's 1-1. 2 down, bottom 2, 4-0. Red Sox leading the Guardians. Pitch way outside. You could hear Bueller's displeasure with that one. He's not made many mistakes like that. 7th batter of the game, by the way, was brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. The 2-1 curveball. This is down and in. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all 7. 617 and then 7 sevens. 3-1 to Bo Naylor. Pitch. Ground ball, foul outside of first. And it is 3-2. I mean, talk about a study in contrast. The Red Sox have worked so many deep counts against Nikhazy. Bueller has only in this entire game once thrown more than 3 pitches to one hitter, and it's this man Naylor. 3-2, just outside. Bueller upset with himself. He's got the turtleneck on tonight, and it's the first base runner of the night for the Guards.
Well, he walked out and did a little double take too, because that's playoff Walker Bueller right there. A little turtleneck. I hope we see this turtleneck a lot of times.
No kidding. Maybe it unlocks something in his brain. Oh, right. This is what it's like to be the dominant pitcher that I am. Rivalry Report is sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. Here is Angel Martinez. He takes strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. 833-79-RIVER or riverspringresidences.org/radio. Schedule a tour. Yankees and Blue Jays rained out today in the Bronx. Play 2 tomorrow. Here's a foul back to the screen. Vladdy Guerrero loves hitting against the Yankees. Did it again last night. He sort of channeled his inner Reggie Jackson after the game. They were booing him nonstop, Vladdy. He said, just like Reggie said, nobody ever boos a loser. 0-2, the pitch in the dirt. Curveball. And Martinez watches that one get a little bit past Narvaez, but no advance for the runner at first. And it's 1-2.
Yankees do have a serious Devin Williams problem right now.
Yeah, Aaron Boone said they're going to strongly consider changing that up. 1-2. Runner goes. Pitch is skied into center field. Cedon drifts back in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play. I'll tell you how I broke my sunglasses when we come back to Progressive Field. 4-0 Sox after 2. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your dream getaway,
Welcome in.
starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico, now boarding.
Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Having fun so far in Cleveland, although things are breaking left and right for me. However, we move on. Christian Campbell to lead it off against Nikhazy, 4-0 Sox, and here's Coop.
All right, first pitch of the inning to Campbell is half swung on, foul off to the right.
This is not very good. I'm blaming you for everything. I mean, my iPad won't turn on, and now, I did buy these for $5 at Publix in Florida after I lost my other ones. But come on. It's not my day.
We are on a pitch upstairs. 1-1 to Campbell. The right, what is that called? Like the right side of your sunglasses.
I believe it's
gone.
called an arm, right?
Yeah. Right arm broken, gone, amputated.
I smashed my finger. My iPad won't turn on, and my glasses are broken. Just wait till I get to the poker table tonight. We'll be just fine.
1-1. Campbell late on a fastball. 1-2.
There are great stories of Clay Buchholz here in Cleveland because his theory was that the slot machines in Cleveland, the high dollar ones, wouldn't get used. So a couple times he would play the $100 slots and make like $60,000 in one pull.
Got it.
Because he needed it.
All right. 1-2 is inside 2-2. Why is the bank account empty? Well,
so let's do it. Let's just take out $2,000.
Oh yeah, sure.
And take 20 pulls at the $100 slot machine and see what happens.
Sounds good. The second I get off the major league minimum, I'm in. Pitch is taken low. 3-2.
It sounds smart. Till 90 seconds later, you're down 2 Gs.
90 seconds later, up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Christian Campbell leading it off here in the third inning. He swings and fouls it back. And your iPad's all broken. I'm not the guy who just took a bottle of water and dumped it all over the counter the other day.
Yeah, that was not good. I was so excited. The game was happening, and it was the grip check.
Payoff pitch. Christian Campbell rung up, called strike 3. Slider that nicked off the bottom of the zone. A strikeout for Doug Nikhazy. That was the 66th pitch of Nikhazy's day. Left-hander making his major league debut for the Cleveland Guardians. Red Sox have tagged him for 4 runs in the first 2 innings. Carlos Narvaez takes first pitch curveball for a strike.
The thing about this game becomes, like, if the Red Sox can get 2, 3, 4 more runs, they're just going to ride Nikhazy and kind of punt the game for 30, 40 more pitches.
A 1 swing and a miss. Narvaez way out in front.
And from their perspective, they're really hoping he can get them, 6 more outs, and then their offense could maybe battle a little bit.
That's what Ben Lively did in game 1. He really struggled early on. He fought them to 5 innings. And they turned it over to their great bullpen. The ball's 2 strikes. Carlos Narvaez swings and fouls it back again.
So you know that with the 251st pick in the NFL draft, Patriots just drafted a long snapper from Vanderbilt.
Yeah, baby.
What?
Let's go.
He better be awesome.
That's a Patriots pick. 0-2's low, 1-2.
I guess they're nervous they can't sign him necessarily, be competitive as an undrafted free agent. I mean, that's wild.
That's awesome. I have no note on that. That's great. I was walking in the concourse earlier. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to Narvaez, and he takes low, 2-2. And guy's walking towards me. He's in the Johnny Manziel jersey because, obviously.
Sure.
And the brown Cleveland Browns Johnny Manziel jersey. I'm like, wow, it's like, I guess it's kind of cool. NFL draft, very nice. And he walked by me. I turn around and I look. 2-2 pitch. Swing and foul back. And he is, of course, duct taped over Manziel. And it just says, Shadur.
Yeah, I love it. They picked him today, in the 5th round? Shadur. That's great. He might start opening day for them. Week 1, I guess it's called.
2-2 foul back.
Opening day in the NFL.
The pageantry, the punting.
What a mess they are. My goodness. What a trade that was for Deshaun Watson, huh? I think you could argue it's the worst trade in pro sports history.
2-2 is low, 3-2.
Especially given the fact that not only do they trade so much capital away, but then they give him one of the biggest contracts ever handed out to a player.
Incomprehensible. Well, kind of comprehensible. 3-2 is low and in ball 4. Carlos Narvaez took a close one, but walks with 1 down in the 3rd.
So that's the thing, like when he goes back to Columbus, Carl Willis will talk to him after the game for a little bit. That at-bat cannot happen if you're Nikhazy. The Red Sox will take it. That's really impressive from Narvaez, but I mean, it's the 8-hole hitter. You get a first out. That's quick. Now you walk Narvaez and the wheels start turning once again.
Right hand hitting Cedar Rafaela. He swings and lines it foul off to the right. Red Sox leading this game 4-0. RBI single by Trevor Story in the 1st. Singles by Duran and Raffy, and then an RBI walk for Rob Refsnyder off of Nikhazy. Pitch way upstairs.
Howard warming again for the guards.
He's thrown 80 pitches, and only 43 of the 80 have been strikes. Narvaez leads off first, held on by Manzardo. Pitch, swing and a miss out in front of a slider. He's also about to finish the 2nd trip through the order, Doug Nikhazy. So Duran, Raffy, Bregman, all 3 guys have gotten on or driven home a run against him. Got to see him for a 3rd time. 1-2 here, way upstairs, 2-2.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. When they came into this game, the Cleveland Brass probably said, if we can get him through twice, that would be a victory.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Nikhazy with a big deep breath, a look at first, and delivers. And Cedar swings and lines it. Center field, sinking, diving. Martinez makes the play. 2 steps, face planted, but kept it off the grass to take a hit away from Cedar. They're 2 down.
That's a little Kevin Kiermaier special. No need to dive, but do it anyway. I mean, his footing was not that good. Not a great read. Good play, I guess. Plays well to the cameras.
Got a smile on his face. Ano Martinez rocking the hoodie in center field. Very nice. Man on 2 down for Jaron. He takes on the outside corner for a strike. Good vibes.
At an all-time high.
Jaron from the left side had an RBI single back in the 2nd. 1 for 2 on the day. Pitch to him. Swing and a miss way out in front of the slider.
When did that become a thing? Like, was that all throughout your college years? Is that more recent?
That's a good question. I got a group chat that's moving right now, so somebody's about to give me the answer. Word vibes. As long as I've walked this earth, there have been good vibes. That's all I got for you.
They're always following you, Coop. Now, Duran is arguing with the home plate umpire here about something, whether who's making eye contact with whom, I believe. He's a little heated right now. Oh, now, here we go. Look out.
Umpires coming together.
It's 0-2. I don't think there's any chance they'd, ring him up. We'll have to read up on this. There's a chance this is a minor league umpire who's been called up for this doubleheader, this Ballou. But you never see this, a disagreement like that. I mean, I guess maybe Jaron's arguing for a violation against the pitcher, but who better than the home plate umpire to call that? So Duran is in the box with 12 seconds left, and then he steps out. He's allowed to call time in that spot, which is what he did. He was doing the legal thing. I don't think it's a rule that DeCasey has got to make eye contact with Duran before he asks for time. Either way, it's a total colossal waste of time for these umpires to be discussing this.
Also, he can step out before 8 seconds. He just has to be back in before 8 seconds, but this whole thing got stopped before that.
He just stepped out, no kidding. He's a left-handed hitter wearing number 16. He plays for Boston.
Stephen goes, what the? Can't say the word.
That was silly.
But we're all better for that. Man on first. 2 down, top of the third inning. Red Sox leading 4-0 over the Guardians. Game 2 of this doubleheader. And the count still 0-2 to Duran. McKaysey sets. He's going to pitch. And Duran swings and lines it down the right field line. Fair ball, base hit, and bounding for the corner. It'll roll for a long time. Around third and on the way home. Narvaez is there. Duran triples. And the Red Sox lead 5-0 in the third. Worth the wait.
Fire me up. Mr. Ballou. Just got to get Duran a little ticked off. I mean, that's the hardest ball he's basically hit to the pull side all year. And how about Narvaez? I thought they had a better chance to come home. I don't know why the throw went to third there. And Duran quite pleased. He's dancing around now at third. Look out.
He's 40 feet down the line. Oh, he's stealing home. Here he comes. Throw. Not in time. Jarren Duran steals home. Faster than all in sight. 6-0 Red Sox in the third.
They want to look. It was very close.
45 feet down the line, back and forth. He had the lefty with his back to him.
Cleveland is challenging the safe call at the plate.
Now we're going to find out if he did it.
Well, Brock Ballou, who had the confusion around Duran stepping out, then fired him up. He tripled. I love that he channeled it, came home. It is bang, bang. The call being safe at the plate obviously helps the Red Sox. I've not yet seen a replay on it. Now our first look. He timed it up perfectly. I think he's safe, Coop. I really do.
They just showed Trevor's story in the dugout talking to Jarren, and
yep, he's safe.
No question. Story turns to Jarren and goes, were you safe? And Jarren goes, yeah.
Thank you, Brock Ballou.
He's 45 feet down the line. He jumped back with Ramirez kind of running towards the bag. And the instant Nick Hazy picked up his foot, Jarren mad dash for the plate. Nick Hazy threw a fastball home at 88 miles an hour, and Jarren slides in. Raffy's in the left-hand box, backpedaling away.
Well, of course, it matters that he's a left-handed hitter, the clean path into the plate. Here we go. Still waiting on New York. I definitely think he did it. Wow. He did it last June, but that was a double steal. This is the first time. Here we go.
Did he do it?
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Cleveland will lose their challenge.
Yeah, he did it. Jarren Duran steals home to make it 6-0.
Sick.
That is so cool. Full lizard sprint down the third baseline. He still had his batting gloves in his right hand, and his right hand with 2 yellow batting gloves slide across the front corner of the plate. Now Rafi in there, he takes ball 2. The pitch before that Duran stole home on was a ball, and the count's 2-0.
Well, that's where he can just be a human igniter, right? I mean, he just single-handedly lifts the club. What a great slide, too.
2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
I mean, it was going to be a close play. It's the little subtleties of great base running where he knew the ball was coming home, and he slid to the sort of the mound side of the plate. Made it a millisecond harder to tag him out.
2-1. Rafi swings. It's a high fly ball into left field. Chasing back Schneemann on the track, dancing under it. And he makes the catch to end an inning we will not forget. Jarren Duran steals home after he tripled. And the Red Sox lead 6-0 after 2.5. Step aside on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet for only $50 a month with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee and equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
can I get you a refill?
You can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6-0 Red Sox. Walker Buehler's first pitch of the third inning is fouled back by Jean-Kenzie Noel. Red Sox leading 6-0. They just scored 2 in the top of the third inning on a triple by Jarren Duran. 0-1 here. Swing at a chopper. Third base side foul. And then he stole home. He was the last member of the Boston Red Sox to steal home. He is the latest member of the Boston Red Sox to steal home.
That was a double steal, though, that time, with the sort of trick play you run from first. This is its own thing.
Yeah.
I got a crazy fact for you in a second.
The ball's in 2 strikes. Walker Buehler kicks and deals and gets a check swing from Noel. Did not go. 1-2.
Baseball just crazy sometimes. I mean, this is the 26th day of April in 2025. 16 years ago to the day, Jacoby Ellsbury stole home off Andy Pettitte. Come on.
Pitch is swung on, hit off the end of the bat in the air. Toward shortstop, Trevor Story takes 1 step in and makes the catch for a pop out, 1 down in the third.
Well, how many things has this game had that the Red Sox have needed? And I mean, I really kind of put Duran at the top of that list because he's such an energizer. But Devers has hit for power. Campbell's rolling. Story a big hit. It's been a game they needed.
1 down for Brian Rocchio. First pitch fastball outside, ball 1. I'm so excited for after the game when we get to hear the story of that from Jarren's perspective. Like, he triples, he gets up on third base. Pitch here is a strike, 1-1, and he is fired up, right? Flashing the tattoos, screaming, doing what he does. And then he's 20 feet down the third base line, 1-1. Swing and a slice line drive down the left side, towards the left side. Duran dives, it gets by him, and it's in the corner. Rocchio around first, he gets the second as Jaron gets there. And gets it in, a double for their 9-hitter. Thought Jaron was about to do it again. But he's 30 feet down the line, then he's 40 feet down the line. Ramirez, the third baseman, was playing off the bag. He ends up coming over. Jaron took one step back, but it was just, I think, to pacify the pitcher. And then Nikhazy, who declared himself out of the wind, very slow to the plate. I'm sure there was a meeting about it or a conversation like, hey, think about it. As Stephen Kwan takes inside, ball 1. And he was, I know we looked at it because that's something you have to do in 2025. It wasn't that close.
Let's go, Steven!
One down now in the third inning. Buehler delivers. And a fastball right down the middle for a strike. To Stephen Kwan.
And he's just a fascinating athlete, Duran is, where sometimes it just needs a little spark, a little jolt. He was ticked off about that with the umpire.
1-1 down the middle, a strike, 1-2.
And I mean, these people in Cleveland know LeBron so well, Michael Jordan. I'm not trying to put him in that category, but it's just the most obvious, relatable examples of guys who would take slights and channel them and perform. Duran has some of that in him.
1-2, swinging a line drive through the left side, a hit for Stephen Kwan. Rocchio held, he gets to third as Duran fires in. Back-to-back hits. First 2 hits allowed by Walker Buehler tonight. And Cleveland has men on the corners now in this bottom of the third inning.
Either way, that's about the most exciting play in baseball. That was so cool.
It's, you're right. Like, the last one was a double steal. That was full Jackie Robinson escapade around the bases. I'm going to hit it down the line. I'm going to be faster than you and get to third, and then I'm going to score myself. And on first and third for Daniel Schneemann now. Their 2-hitter takes strike 1.
I cannot get enough of Stephen Kwan. I mean, that was a really good pitch by Buehler, and he just went down to the bottom of the zone and got it.
He leads off first base. He can run a little bit. Pitch is outside. We're in the third inning, brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 1-1, swinging a ground ball foul, first base side.
By the way, score in situation, generally, stay in front of that ball. But I love that Duran went all out. Who cares? You just tripled, you stole home, you're feeling it. Try to make a layout catch.
When you're Superman, you're allowed to do Superman things. In the town where Superman was first created. Runner goes from first, foul back by Schneemann.
I didn't know you had that nerd side in you. I'm not sure I knew that.
Again, it's just different kinds of vibes. Outfield deep. Red Sox obviously up 6-0 in the third inning. Have the infield back playing for the double play with 1 out. Bregman plays off the line. Left hand hitting Schneemann. Walker trying to put him away right here. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball foul again, first base side. 37 pitches for Walker Buehler. 2 1/3 innings into his outing. You look at these last 3 outings that he's had, ERA at 1.96 in that span. He's gotten outs here. 1-2, and he gets one here. Fastball right by Schneemann for a second out in the third. Went right at him with the fastball. Bell Insurance Foundation is dedicating to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund for every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher. Our Bell Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund. Here for good. Runner goes from first. Pitch is swung on in the air to center by Ramirez. Cedon runs to the gap in left center. He tracks it easily And ends the inning, getting all versions of the best Red Sox tonight. Duran's speed, Rafaela's defense, and a 6-0 lead after 3. We go to the 4th on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Need contract help for those workload peaks and backlogged projects? You're not alone. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed said they will increase their use of contract talent. That's why our recruiters leverage their experience and use award-winning AI to quickly find the skilled candidates you want. Learn about our specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, marketing, legal, and administrative support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Walker Buehler grabs his first strikeout against Daniel Schneemann in the 3rd inning. Game's first strikeout brought to you by Weichert Real Estate. Dream, move, home. 4th inning, Alex Bregman takes a strike. Cleveland has already gone to their bullpen, so Doug Nikhazy's day is done. Left-hander in his major league debut gives up 6 runs on 5 hits. Bregman swings, chops at third base side over the bag and fair. Ramirez gloves, throws to first in time, and Colby Allard out of the Cleveland bullpen retires the first man he sees, 5-3. Red Sox leading 6-0. RBI single by Trevor Story in the first, 3 in the second. Led by an RBI double from Raffy. 2 in the 3rd on a Jarren Duran triple, and then he stole home. Trevor Story takes a strike.
Just watching the replay of that steal of home, and Alex Cora was so fired up. I love that.
Balls in 1 strike pitch. Story swings and knocks it back. Foul off to the right.
Because, they played fine this year, but they've not had that version of Duran. And a long day like this, you get rained out, you're sitting in the clubhouse for a couple hours. That was just so cool to light a fire like that. Cora loves that in a player.
Balls 2 strikes, pitch from Allard the lefty is swung on and poked into right center field. Noel on, loses his hat but makes the catch. And the second out of the 4th inning. I mean, you come to a Major League Baseball game and every once in a while, it's Shohei Ohtani homer, right? Like last night, Paul Skeens, when he did to the Dodgers. It's other players that aren't the Dodgers do it too, but there are things that make a crowd like reverberate, and you feel the emotion of a moment. As Rob Refsnyder takes low for ball 1 from Allard, and this is one of them on this cold Saturday, April night in Cleveland. There is that feeling. You're like, we just saw that happen. 1-0. Check swing. Refsnyder did not go. 2-0.
Well, I hope we see it sometime at Fenway, too, because the place would go crazy. It's like the perfect storm, though. You had a couple outs. The guy's going from the wind to left-handed pitcher.
2-0 to Ref. He swings and lines it down the left field line. Fair ball to the corner again. Refsnyder hustles around first. Schneemann gets there. He tosses in. Rob Refsnyder with a 2-out double. He's on for the 2nd time. So funny, last year every time a left-hander was on the mound, it was like a death sentence for this team. And You and I were sitting here, I think, before the game saying, I think a left-hander might be exactly what the Red Sox need right now offensively. And Ref Snyder in the lineup, and this man, Romy Gonzalez, who takes strike one.
I got borne out. I mean, I thought it would be Ref Snyder and Gonzalez, but in the end, I mean, Story has the big hit in the first inning, and what's really cool about it is you're right, they've gotten right, but it's been Duran and Devers keying a lot of these rallies, even more encouraging.
Romy hits it high and foul down the right field line. The only two left-handers in this lineup. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Red Sox. Pitch to Romy, grounded to short, right at Arocchio, who gobbles and throws him out at first to end the inning. Ref Snyder doubles, nothing more. Still, though, the Red Sox lead 6-0 as we go to the bottom half of the fourth on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with AmexCST 10222318.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Walker Buehler delivers a curveball for strike one to begin the bottom half of the fourth inning. Red Sox leading the Cleveland Guardians 6-0 on the Saturday night at Progressive Field. Second pitch, Kyle Manzardo takes upstairs, 1-1. Red Sox lost game one. They have roared alive here in game two. 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball foul down the left field line from Manzardo. And it's 1-2. Buehler for his money. His story of the night is Jared Durant stole home. But Buehler's been great. Gave up a couple of hits an inning ago, a double and a single, but then got 2 straight outs to keep a 0 on Cleveland's board. He's gotten ahead a lot, like here on a 1-2. That's just outside, nearly grabbed the outside corner with a changeup to the left-hand hitter. It's Kyle Manzardo, one of the best young hitters in the game right now. 2-2, and he takes inside. He almost got the outside corner and the inside corner, but Manzardo goes 3-2. This is where it's been so fun to watch Buehler. Misses close twice. Now he challenges 3-2, and he gets a swing and a miss. See? That's a sinker. Try to hit it. Walker Buehler K's another. It's, the version of Walker that made him famous in Los Angeles was the guy that was kind of like This is my stuff. I am better than you. You're out now. This version of him, I arguably find more fun. First pitch strike to Arias. They're both fun.
Well, he's got to find a different way, right? It's not 96, 97 anymore, but he's still... The sequencing is really fun, and he is in attack mode. It's cool.
7 different pitches, using all of them. A one swing and a miss, 0-2.
I bet he likes it in a way. I mean, you adapt. I'm sure he'd like to have the lightning bolt still, but he's such a competitor.
Takes a big, deep breath as he sets, steals, 0-2. It's lined down the left field line, hooking towards the warning track. It's a hit, and it's probably 2 bases. Arias around first. He's into second with a double here in the 4th. Maybe the Subaru of New England scoreboard in all those games earlier. The night games are finally underway. As a few of them are. Mets lead the Nationals 2-0. We were talking about the Tigers earlier today. The Mets lose 18-8. Francisco Alvarez, who returned from AAA this week after an injury, he's already homered in that game. There are a lot of happy Mets fans right now. First pitch fastball upstairs. Ball 1 to Bo Naylor.
Spoken like a man who knows some of them.
Yeah. That's well, remember that group chat?
They are hot.
Yeah. Talk about a team with vibes. That's
OMG.
It is a strike, 1-1.
Kind of all the vibes they want.
And Juan Soto. So there's that. Tigers up 3-1 on the Orioles. Pitch inside to Bo Naylor.
Orioles are an interesting team. I think they're showing some signs of real fissure in a way. Not in the clubhouse or anything, but they didn't do enough to get pitching. They're still hurt.
2-1 off the bat of Naylor. Fly ball to left. Jarren Duran should be there towards the line. And he makes the catch for the second out of the 4th.
They got young talent, but I don't know that they added enough. It's going to be really interesting to watch them.
I mean, they have 5 number 5 starters. And I just can't fathom that that would be enough. And it hasn't been so far. And I don't mean, you can't sit here and say I told you so on April 26th, but very little of what they decided to do in the offseason has lined up with anything good. Pitch is lined up the middle, a base hit off the bat of Angel Martinez to center. And will score a run. Arias around third, he scores. And the Guardians are finally on the board against Walker Buehler. 6-1 in the 4th. They've had a little bit more success swinging first pitch against Buehler, mostly because he's gotten ahead strike 1. Most of these guys that he's put away. Angel Martinez off to a very bright start this year. 17 hits now in 13 major league games. Gives Cleveland their first run. First pitch swing and a miss to Jean-Kenzie Noel. Red Sox leading 6-1, bottom of the 4th inning. Game 2 of a doubleheader. A 48-degree night in Cleveland. Called an auto strike on the last pitch as the runner goes pitch upstairs, and Angel Martinez steals second. I guess Noel was late to the box, so they gave him strike 1. So the count now is 1-2 on Noel. Martinez stole second, so he's in scoring position with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Walker Buehler a strike away. Here it comes. He gets a fly ball right side. This is going to stay in. Gonzalez towards the dugout looks. Romy reaches, but couldn't get there. It's in the camera well. A foul ball. Gave you the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Royals on top of the Houston Astros 1-0. Bobby Wood Jr. is doubled off of Framber Valdez. A little love goes a long way. The 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walker Buehler deals. Down and away. Good block by Narvaez. Outfield deep. Second baseman Campbell holds on the runner half-heartedly at second. Gonzalez plays off the line for the big right-hand hitting Jean-Kenzie Noel. Holding the bat right around his back right hip. 2-2 is swung on, popped up down the right field line again. Foul ground, Gonzalez over again, and for the second time he's out of room. .58 pitches for Walker Buehler. Wearing the bright Red Sox jersey. Long red sleeves in the turtleneck. He deals. Swinging a high fly ball in the air towards left field. Duran against the wall. Looks up. It is gone. Big Christmas goes deep. 2-run shot for Jean-Kenzie Noel. It's a ball game again. 6-3 Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth. They've been waiting for him to do that. No home runs until that swing for Jean-Kenzie Noel. He fought off a few. He got to a 6th pitch in the at-bat, and he got a hanging sweeper and drilled it. He set off the fireworks in center. Big red, bright bursts. And we got a 3-run game in this 4th inning. Buehler gets a broken bat up the middle on the ground to Trevor Story. He picks it up and throws to first 6-3 to retire Brian Rocchio. But Martinez with an RBI single, Jean-Kenzie Noel with a 2-run home run. We go to the 5th. Red Sox leading 6-3 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with Amex CST 1022318.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive help protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Christian Campbell leads it off as we go to the top of the 5th. 6-3 Red Sox. They were cruising along, and then Kenzie Noel launched. Still a 3-run lead as Campbell, who's doubled in the game, takes a big swing and a miss at a changeup, and it is 1-1. Fun game so far. Red Sox dropped game 1 as Campbell takes a violent cut and a miss. 91 mile an hour fastball, and it's just like that, 1-2. Do want to send out our condolences to the family of Frank Porky Vieira. Passed away today at the age of 91 years old. Here's Campbell swinging and flying one down the right field line. Real trouble if fair on the run. Noel can't get there. It's out of play. He crashes into the netting. The big fella could not quite get there. It did land foul. And it's 1-2. So Porky Vieira won 1,127 games in over 40 years. University of New Haven, Steve Bedrosian, Dick Wallace, Joe Lahoud. Amazing. Great basketball player at Quinnipiac. So think about Frank Vieira tonight. 91 years old. That's a good run. 1-2 to Campbell. He will dig back in. Here's the pitch. That's low and in. Fastball, and it's 2-2. New Haven is just down the road from Hamden, Connecticut, where Joe Castiglione was born. 2-2. Outside, of course, Joe, broadcaster here for a couple years in Cleveland. Milwaukee, Cleveland, and then Boston for 42 seasons. He went in as the Ford Frick winner last year, and Tom Hamilton, great voice of the Guardians, is going in this summer as Campbell grounds one toward third, backhanded by Ramirez, and it's not in time. Foot speed for Christian, a little chopper down the third base line. He's got his second hit, and it leads off the top of the fifth. Tom Hamilton is one of my favorite broadcasters and people in the sport. And it's really been that way since I came onto the scene 7 years ago. He is perfect for this market. Fiery, educated, witty. Loves the Cleveland Indians, now Guardians. If you listen to him in a big game, you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody better that can do it. Here's Carlos Narvaez. The pitch is a strike. Like, listen to his call of the Noel home run last year that tied the game in the ALCS with the Yankees. And that's one of dozens of examples. Tom's been here since 1990. 0-1 to Carlos Narvaez. The pitch, swing and a miss. And like Joe, one of the things that I love the most about Tom, a lot of times older broadcasters, and he's not old, he's in his 60s, but longer tenured broadcasters maybe don't put in as much time to go into the clubhouse, talk to the manager, talk to players. The pitch to Narvaez is ripped into right field, but it hangs up for Noel. He's going to throw behind Campbell at first, and they got him. Wow, mistake by Christian Campbell, a double play. And that's a rookie error there by Campbell. I mean, he went more than halfway. Noel's having himself a few minutes. And that's just, you can't let that happen in this spot. Game's getting a little bit tighter. And it's a hard read right over your head, but that's why you just play it safe, because if it lands, you're going to be at second base no matter what. So now base is empty with two down. Here's Cedon Rafaela. 6-3 Sox. The pitch is outside. 1-0.
Yeah, look at the replay. Complete misread. He had his hips and his face towards second base when Noel caught the ball.
Yeah, you're taught to sort of turn around and watch as the 1-0 is fouled down the right field line and out of play. But, I mean, Tom Hamilton he's just wonderful. He nails every big moment. In the slow times, he laughs. He doesn't take himself seriously. He's got unbelievable pipes and a sense of getting in and out of baseball action. Tremendous historian of the game. The 1-1 is chopped toward third. Ramirez has got it. He throws to first in time to get Cedon. And the inning is over. So we are thrilled for Hammy. He'll be in Cooperstown in July. 6-3. This thing's gotten a little tighter. Bueller looking for a shutdown inning when we come back. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
Can I get a refill?
You can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
An important half inning here for Walker Buehler. Stephen Kwan leads it off. 6-3 Red Sox. They were cruising along. But a Noel homer changed some things as Kwan fouls it off on the first base side. Quickly 0-2. We'll get you the league leaders. And who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. They're Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. At drainsbyjames.com, they give a poop about your pipes. 0-2. Buehler throws. Line drive foul down the left field line and out of play. Alex Bregman rocking and rolling in the doubles category. Had one earlier today. He's got 11 on the season. Here's a swing and another foul by Kwan. It stays 0-2. Kwan waits. Buehler at the belt, throws. Almost hit him. Breaking ball down and in. That's a ball and 2 strikes. Mike Trout now has 9 home runs. What a resurgent year for him. Wilmer Flores of the San Francisco Giants has the most runs batted in. 27 ahead of now Aaron Judge as a 2-2 pitch. Just missed inside. 6-3 Red Sox. Buehler at the belt. Backed up on the infield the pitch. Chopper to the right side. Diving play by Romy. He can't get there. It's into the outfield. Stephen Kwan is something. And he's aboard to lead things off at the top of the 5th. Things getting a little dicey all of a sudden. Aaron Judge with 40 hits. Mackenzie Gore has been a revelation for the Washington Nationals. Get 53 strikeouts. So here now Daniel Schneemann. Pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball from Buehler, and it's 0-1. Sox led 6-0, but 3 in the 4th for the Guards, and the leadoff man Kwan is aboard. 0-1. Pitch is outside. I'd say that Buehler would be frustrated with Kwan's base hit, but that's just what he does. Kwan is such a fighter at the plate. I really think one of the underrated guys in the whole game. 1-1. Swing and a miss. That's really good stuff. 89-mile-an-hour cutter at the top of the zone, and it's 1-2.
I mean, he came into the day as a .337 hitter. He sees a million pitches at the top of their order. He has 4 home runs.
1-2. Can run. The pitch is outside. Great defensive left fielder.
He's played 3 years in the big leagues. He has 3 Gold Gloves in left field.
And he's sneaky, too. He doesn't look like he'd be that quick, but he gets to everything out there. 2-2, the pitch. Line drive to first. It's going to be a double play right at Romy, who took a step off the bag. And Kwan, nothing he could do at all. That is good fortune for the Red Sox, and they're 2 away.
Really impressive footwork, too, with the Nikes there by Romy Gonzalez. Makes the catch. He was kind of staggering backwards. Righted himself.
He's got the painted-on baseball pants, quads for days. So the squat rack pays off. 2 down here is Jose Ramirez. This is how you want to face him with the bases empty. Fastball inside for ball 1. Code word of the game is home run swing. Be sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. 1-0. Looper to short, caught by Story, and the inning is over. Nice job by Buehler. Works around the hit from Kwan. We go to the 6th inning. 6-3 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
6-3 Red Sox over the Guardians in Cleveland. Jared Duran to lead it off against the left-hander Colby Allard. And Jaron takes low for ball one. Red Sox forced a ton of pitches from their starter. Cleveland dug Nick Hazy in his major league debut. Pitch to Jaron. He swings it. He lines it up the middle for another Jaron Duran hit. It's in the right center field gap, so Jaron takes a big turn, then stops as Martinez gets to it. The day for Jaron. RBI single, RBI triple, steal a foam, and a single.
Can Brock Ballou be the home plate umpire tomorrow, please? Like in a huge spot, 2-strike count, call time, and make sure that Jaron was looking at the pitcher?
I think all we have to do is get a COVID-era cutout of Brock Ballou. And give Jared something to look at. Yeah, he's on. You think he's going to go? I guess maybe not with Rafi, as Devers swings and misses. I think you'd be hard-pressed to keep Jared from going at some point in this sixth inning right now.
Yeah, he's fired up. I mean, you do have the lefty on the mound, and you do have Devers at the plate, but you know in his soul he'd love to go.
Pitch to Rafi. He goes, and it's swung on in line up the left side for a base hit. Jared around second avoided the umpire and gets to third. Rafi hit that where the shortstop would have been, but Rocchio was covering two missiles and men on the corners here in the sixth inning.
I mean, it's not a hit and run, but it works just like it. How cool is that, by the way? Like a lefty hit and run. That was beautiful. Get out of the way at second base. The umpire down there is Stu Sherwater. That was cool from Devers and the Red Sox in business.
Well, Sherwater got a haircut on the line drive, and then Duran ran right into him. They're on the corners. Alex Bregman swings and fouls it off the catcher.
I think Alex should just get out of the way and let Duran steal again. Just bail out, you know?
I mean, it's funny. Jose Ramirez is now much closer to the line.
Yeah. I believe it.
Allard has declared he's going from the stretch. The ball's in a strike. Infield mid-depth, the pitch. Swing, and it's fouled back by Bregman.
By the way, I love that Duran was aggressive right there. I mean, push the issue forward. They gave up the 3 runs, and I think pressuring the pitcher, maybe he made a mistake to Devers because of it.
Red Sox leading 6-3 in the sixth inning. The 0-2. Bregman swings, grounds it up the middle, behind second. Backhand stop. Arias, he shoveled to second. It was dropped by Rocchio, and Duran scores. 7-3 Red Sox in the sixth.
Well, that was almost the coolest double play ever turned, because Arias almost, like out of his hand, sort of backhanded that thing, Rocchio rather, and he backhanded blindside, but the ball was dropped over there by Arias. They had him at second base, so now the Red Sox are really rolling.
It was a somewhat awkward catch, too,
He's got to catch
coming
that ball.
across the back.
See, to me, that should be an error. They had the out at second.
Storylines one down the line, first pitch, but foul.
Now, the thing is, you don't want to steal the hit from Bregman because I don't know that they necessarily had a play on him at first base, but I really think, they have plenty of time to get the out at second. We'll see.
I guess beyond ordinary effort.
Yeah.
So called an RBI infield single for Alex Bregman. Red Sox have runners on first and second in the sixth inning, leading 7-3 over the Cleveland Guardians. And Trevor Story now singled back in the first, walked in the second, flew out to right. Couple innings later, he takes right down the middle for a strike. 0-2 from Colby Allard. Sun's starting to set here in Ohio. Light blue sky on plenty of clouds. 0-2 popped up on the infield behind the pitcher's mound. Allard back is called off, and Manzardo, the first baseman, makes the catch. It was Allard, the pitcher, who went down the back of the hill, waved everyone away, and then was waved away by Manzardo. It's open for an F1 there. One down. Folks, the 99-cent sales back pickup participating items at Shaw's and Star Market. Pitch low, ball one to Rob Refsnyder for just 99 cents by the each or by the pound. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox radio network.
By the each.
You just don't know supermarket jargon.
Yeah, that's a good point.
On you. The ball, no strikes to Rob.
Clean up on aisle 4.
Refsnyder takes up.
I'm not delusional enough to think they're ever going to start really hitting and running with Devers, but there is something to the idea that when a runner goes and he's just trying to put it in play, the swing shortens up. That was a bullet.
2-0. Swing and a fly ball off the bat of Refsnyder, chasing back Martinez, still back under it. Makes the catch a couple steps in front of the warning track and fires in. Runners hold on first and second, 2 down in the sixth. It is interesting. Alex Cora in the conversation we played before Game 1 said to me, we all love when Rafi hits one off his, at his ankles or way up for a home run, and that's all very cool. But the best version of him is the guy who leaves those pitches be and hits in the zone. 2 down, 2 on. Romy Gonzalez swings and hits a fly ball in the air, left center field. Daniel Schneemann in. Called off by Martinez, still sprinting, and he makes the catch in shallow left center. Wind affected fly out for Gonzalez to end the inning.
So Shedeur Sanders scored. 7-3.
Oh, astray he didn't need. We go to the bottom of the sixth, 7-3 Red Sox of the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Ball 1 to Kyle Manzardo. Starts the bottom of the 6th inning. Second pitch from Walker Buehler to the lefty is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Red Sox lead the Guardians 7-3. Bottom of the 6th inning in Cleveland. On a cool Saturday night, it's 48 degrees at first pitch. 1-1. Buehler deals upstairs, 2-1. Red Sox led this game 6-0. Cleveland got 3 back, including a 2-run home run from Jean-Kenzie Noel. Sox answered back to make it 7-3. Pitch here is swung on and miss. Another high cutter. And it's 2-2 from Buehler. 5 innings of 3-run ball for Walker Buehler. This will be his 79th pitch of the day. Right-hander, who sets and delivers and misses inside 3-2. Change up. Alex Cora told us pregame that Justin Slayton was definitely going to pitch today. Thought Whitlock would. Aroldis Chapman as well. I mean, those guys, in his opinion, have to get work. 3-2. Swinging a fly ball foul back behind the screen for Manzardo.
Well, especially with the off day Monday, because you can still use them tomorrow, no problem. You know they got an off day. Whitlock is the only complicated one. But when you got a lead like this, they're going to push. They'll go for it.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Buehler deals. Swing and a blooper into shallow left field off the bat of Manzardo. It's a hit. Big, strong left-hand hitter. He just muscled it out there. And the leadoff man is on here in this 6th inning.
And I was actually about to say before that swing, I bet 1 base runner and they get up. We'll wait and see what the Red Sox do. They want this game. I mean, that was sort of a flat effort. Get a 6-run lead. Knowing Alex Cora, I bet you very soon somebody starts to throw.
Especially because of how good those 3 guys have been. And on first, now the right-hand hitting Arias. And Gabriel Arias takes upstairs, ball 1. Still 12 more outs to cover with his 4-run lead. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, could be 2. Story gloves to second. Campbell on to first, into the dirt. It gets by Gonzalez. Should have been turned. And Arias with the ball that bounded into the camera well is going to have second. Throwing error by Christian Campbell.
That was awful. He looked down at his hand like maybe there was dirt on the ball or didn't get grip on it. But I mean, that's a special brand of unforgivable error. I mean, it's not unforgivable, but he had so much time there, Cooper. I mean, they had him by 5 steps. Even if you bobble it, make sure you get a grip on it and throw it to first. And it's all part of the process. He's new to the position. That's a play that needs to be made, though.
Buehler deals to Bo Naylor, who swings and misses for strike 1. They just showed a shot of Alex Cora standing in the dugout with a deathly serious look on his face. Just don't want to crack the door open at all. 0-1 ground ball foul. Red Sox dugout first base side.
Almost killed Kyle Hudson and Anthony Cerundolo. I was talking to Dolo about my fingernail injury, landscaping abrasion.
It's gross.
And he thinks he's going to help me out. Like, we don't need to drain it yet, he says.
0-2 is on the inside corner. Strike 3. Walker Buehler paint job. 2 down.
What a response. I mean, he should be out of the inning.
Five and 2/3 innings, 3-run ball, 3 Ks. Hasn't been as perfect as it was on Patriots Day on Monday. As he deals and gets a broken bat, pop up to the pitcher. Buehler calls everybody off, and standing on the rubber, he makes the catch.
And the bat is caught in the screen behind home plate. I've never seen that before in my life. He lost the bat on the swing, and the handle is caught in there.
It's just hanging there.
What will we not see tonight?
Baseball. All right, we're through 6, 7-3 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
can I get you a refill?
You can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Try Hulu with ads for only $9.99 a month after a free month trial to stream action, romance, reality. Just see for yourself at hulu.com/start. New and returning subscribers only after free trial ends. Plan auto renews at $9.99 a month. Less cancel. Terms apply.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Christian Campbell leads off the 7th and swings and misses for the left-hander Colby Allard. Red Sox leading this game 7-3 over the Guardians. Allard's giving them great length out of the bullpen. Pitch, swing, and a 2-hopper towards short. Backhand stop. Rocchio from the grass throws to first and dug out by Manzardo. Great play, both ends. And there's one down. Campbell retired 6-3. Let's pause for station ID in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Windy, cool spring night in late April in Cleveland, Ohio. We're at Progressive Field along with Will Fleming. Zach Koback inside the flagship. Cooper Boardman. Pitch from Colby Allard is a slow curve taken upstairs by Carlos Narvaez. Red Sox leading 7-3. Jarren Duran tripled and stole home in this game. Pitch here. And Narvaez hits it off the end of the background ball. First baseline. Allard off the mound. Picks it up, scoops, and throws to first on the spin for the second out of the 7th inning. We'll see if Buehler ends up coming out for the 7th inning. I would think he would. He's got the right-hander Noel. Red Sox have a left-hander up. I think that's Justin Wilson way out there in right center. 2 down, none on for the 9-hitter Cedon Rafaela. He swings and corks it down the right field line, hooking foul. Wilson in the bullpen. Bullpen report is brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Cedon has flown out, lined out, and grounded out in the game. 0-1 count. Pitch, swing, and a ground ball hard up the middle at the second baseman. Wilson newly in there. He throws to first and ends the inning. And the Red Sox, for the first time tonight, go down 1-2-3. On our way to the bottom half of the 7th. Sox leading 7-3 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Aprovecha estos deals de primavera en Lowe's. Lleva 5 plantas anuales selectas de una pinta por solo $5. Además, obtén una batería Toro de 60 voltios gratis al comprar una podadora eléctrica selecta Toro de 60 voltios. Así sí, se disfruta la temporada. Compra ahora mismo en tiendas o en línea. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/30, hasta agotar existencias. Tamaño actual y selección de la planta varían por lugar. Excluye Hawái.
Next level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one and done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Need contract help for those workload peaks and backlogged projects? You're not alone. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed said they will increase their use of contract talent. That's why our recruiters leverage their experience and use award-winning AI to quickly find the skilled candidates you want. Learn about our specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, marketing, legal, and administrative support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Justin Wilson comes out of the Red Sox bullpen to begin the bottom half of the 7th inning. Pitching change and slow down in action brought to you by Izervay. Walker Buehler finishes his night. It was not, results-wise, the 18 in the third that we'd seen previously. 196 over his last 3 starts, but he was a job doer tonight. 6 innings of 3-run ball. Quality start. Gives way to Justin Wilson to face Jean-Kenzie Noel, who deals a fastball down the middle. Does Wilson for a strike against the 8-hitter. So he'll see Noel here, the righty. Then he gets Rocchio, a switch hitter, who will bat right. A 1, swing and a foul back towards us. And then left-hander Stephen Kwan. Already there's action in the Red Sox bullpen. Justin Slayton is up. Again, Alex Cora promised that we would see Slayton at some point today. They got to get him work. After Thursday, the off day, and then rain out. It was an off day. 0-2's upstairs, 1-2 to Noel. Walker Buehler finished with 87 pitches. We're well past the 110 pitch mark. 1-2 from Wilson is fisted back foul again. The 110th pitch of the game was brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill is proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. 1-2 from Wilson. And it swung on, broken bat, floater right at shortstop. Trevor Story took a little hop to his right and puts it away on a bat that might have been broken for Noel for the first out of the 7th inning. Red Sox leading this game 7-3 over the Cleveland Guardians. Led 6-0. Noel hit a 2-run home run to tighten it up, but 4-run lead in the best bullpen arms available. As the pitch is fouled back by Brian Rocchio. In the 7th inning, sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. A 1 is inside, 1-1. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you gotta get Glassman. Call all 7s at 617-777-7777. 1 ball and a strike. Pitch is again fired inside, 2-1. Left-hander Justin Wilson from the third base side of the rubber sets and delivers, and it's grounded foul by Rocchio, third base side, to get 2-2. Sun is setting behind clouds here in Cleveland. There's blue sky peeking through otherwise dark gray. Those clouds are moving towards us with the wind. 2-2. Swing and a high pop-up behind the plate. Again towards us, and again foul. There's a little bit of golden light just visible beyond the buildings downtown. Seagulls flying overhead off of Lake Erie. And the wind blowing in. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Justin Wilson out of the bullpen on the board with a line out now, a strikeout. 2 up, 2 down. Will made the point earlier. Right now, Brennan Bernardino and Justin Wilson are in a 2-horse race for that high-leverage left-handed spot in the bullpen. Stephen Kwan takes just outside ball 1, four-seam fastball from Wilson. 4.70 ERA. Some of the underlying numbers are a little bit better for Justin Wilson. 1-0 is a strike right down the middle with the cutter. But these are the kinds of hitters in high-leverage spots. Those two are battling for the right to face. Stephen Kwan versus Wilson, and a 1-1 that Kwan fouls back 1-2. Strikeouts have not been an enormous part of Wilson so far. Take one here and a 1-2, and he gets a tapper that hit the plate and then hit Kwan in the helmet on that slider. Wilson trying to do what really Bernardino could not do in game 1, which is work a 1-2-3 inning and get that baton to Justin Slayton. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Kwan takes outside. 2-2. Red Sox leading this game 7-3. In the bottom of the 7th inning in Cleveland. Trying to split the doubleheader. 2-2. Is swung on and chopped to the right side. Campbell on. Fields waist high. Throws to first and ends the inning. And gives Justin Wilson a 1-2-3 7th. On our way to the 8th inning, Red Sox leading 7-3 over Cleveland on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Amazon has everything for every kind of birthday. Whether that's a 3-tier cake stand,
happy birthday!
Comet balloons for your son's space theme party,
happy birthday!
Or gifts like a karaoke machine for that friend who never stops singing.
Happy birthday to you!
From cake stands to karaoke machines, shop everything for every party on Amazon.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
can I get you a refill?
You can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jarren Duran has had himself a day. He leads off the top of the 8th and takes strike at the bottom of the zone, a 4-seam fastball. And it's 0-1. Colby Allard continues in the game, 7-3 Red Sox. All Duran has done is doubled, tripled, stolen home. He grounds one up the middle to the shortstop. Rocchio's got it, throws to first in time. And Duran is out number 1, so he's now 3 for 5. Did I hear that Arias is out of the game?
I believe so. Wilson at second, per sources.
Thank you, Adam Schefter. Here comes Raffy Devers, Mel Kiper and Adam Schefter and Daniel Jeremiah and all these dudes are just going to sleep for 4 days, per sources. Here's the pitch to Raffy, and it is a check swing. He went around. I think that's the right call down there at third base, and it's 0-1. 7 runs, 10 hits, an error, and 8 left on for the Red Sox. Raffy takes a strike on the outside corner very quickly, 0-2. Bullpen report. Justin Slayton's up. Brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. 0-2 to Devers. It's doubled and singled and walked. He drives one high and shallow into right field. Noel. Not the first Noel, but he drifts in and makes the play. And very quickly, 2 down.
Well done.
Yeah. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you.
We're on TV.
There's Coop. Come
Wow.
on, Coop. Get yourself going.
Look at all that. I got a haircut this time.
You did?
I thought I was looking a little shaggy last time I was on TV.
2 down. Here's Bregman. Pitch is a little bit low, a fastball. We told you that the Red Sox have 7 runs, 10 hits, an error, and 8 left. It's the updated box score brought to you by the Mass Lottery. Celebrates the game we love. Bregman pops it up into shallow center field. 13 play for Martinez. He's there to make the grab, and the inning is over. Cooper has a chance to win his 2nd game in 5 tries in the Red Sox broadcast booth. 7-3. Bottom 8 next to the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Artificial intelligence, AI, it's all you hear about. But how far away is it? And what are the potential threats from AI that could totally upend the way Americans live their lives? What will it do to the job market? What will the unemployment rate be? What does it mean for data privacy or cybersecurity? How about the banking system or national security? The ECB has already warned about a bubble in AI stocks. Could this spread to other sectors? If you have $50,000 or more saved for retirement, this may not be the time to wait and find out. Learn how you could help protect your life savings using precious metals like gold and silver. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. Call 855-GOLD-IRA now. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
April is Fred Bean's Car Care Month, and to celebrate our 50th anniversary, we're giving you 50 reasons to get your vehicle serviced at Fred Bean's, like $50 off your next service, or 50% off wiper blades, alignment, tire rotations, and more. Need new tires? We've got a better selection to get you ready for road trip season. Visit us today in Doylestown or Newtown and see why service is better at Bean's. See all our Car Care Month specials at fredbeans.com.
When you're putting on those stretchy pants and wondering what to watch, try Hulu with ads, free for 1 month, then just $9.99 a month. With a library full of the hottest movies and shows, that cozy spot on the couch will feel even cozier. And the thermostat set to 72. No, wait, 70. Oh, no, 71. Ah, with that blankie, you know the one. It's sort of ugly, but envelops you with something akin to a mother's love. Anyway, settle in with your free trial at hulu.com/start. New and returning subscribers only after free trial ends. Plan auto renews at $9.99 a month, less cancel. Terms apply.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and why not? Justin Slayton time. Red Sox leading 7-3. Mass Lottery, by the way, celebrates the game we love from the baseball diamond to the lottery games that support all of our 351 cities and towns. The Mass Lottery, welcome to the state of Wayne. They got a batting helmet for Jemai Webster down in the camera well. Pitched from Slayton to Daniel Schneemann. He was a little bit outside ball 1. He's taken some shrapnel today, I guess. Jemai, last year, was like a human magnet. A lot of balls near his ribs. He had ice wrapped around his entire torso on a charter flight at one point last year. Here's a pitch that misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0.
He somehow makes the double ear flap helmet look fashionable.
I don't know, but I would not go that far. 2-0. Here's the pitch. It's low. Who knows whether he's got his passport? I mean, We go to Toronto tomorrow. Now, I'm not one to talk because I've had to FedEx a passport here for $800. But I only did it once. He did it 7 times. Here is Schneemann waiting for a 3-0. That's ball 4. That is not ideal from Slayton. He never does that. With a 4-run lead, a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 8th inning. Attendance over 26,000. Brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Whether you're craving fresh hand-breaded chicken and chicken tenders or all-breast meat-fried chicken sandwiches and nuggets, Crispy Crunchy Chicken delivers. CrispyCrunchy.com. Here's Jose Ramirez. Got to be careful. Slayton misses. That's 5 straight balls. And now Narvaez to the mound.
You walk one guy all year, Justin Slayton. Well, and it's also, this is the part of the lineup that you don't want to put multiple runners on for. Not just Ramirez, but Manzardo has shown it. I mean, he has 7 home runs this year. Arias even sneaky pop to the opposite field.
Coop's getting texts from his family, having seen him on the NESN telecast. They're talking about how he couldn't have the cardboard pizza because he's lactose intolerant. 7-3 Red Sox. Things you learn. Leadoff man aboard. The pitch is in there. Fastball from Slayton, and it's 1-1.
That's good. I'm glad the people know that. There's a lot that they can imagine now.
Sox feel comfortable, but this is a guy you worry about as Ramirez takes a strike, top of the zone, I should say, and it's 1-2. Ramirez didn't like that, but that is so clearly a strike. And it is 1-2. A pitch fouled off. End of the bat. I mean, Slayton has just been absolutely phenomenal. He looks like the closer of the future for the Red Sox. And so tonight, I don't think we'll see Whitlock. I mean, you never know where this game could go, but I think the preference would be Slayton and Chapman, and then save Garrett for the finale tomorrow. 1-2, the pitch fouled off on the third base side. I mean, we talked about in game 1 how dominant the Guardians' bullpen has been. This guy right here has been as good as anybody. Slayton, 10 games. 1-2, swing and a foul. Narvaez just couldn't quite hold on. There's a couple different kinds of fastballs. Got his 3rd save on Monday, did Slayton, and that's the luxury the Red Sox have. On a day when you don't necessarily want to use Chapman or he's unavailable, this guy can absolutely get the last 3 outs. The 1-2 is in the dirt. That almost hit him. It was a curveball that spiked in. For whatever reason right now, Slayton is not that sharp. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it's strike throwing, right? I mean, when he's in the zone, they haven't touched him, but he's 11 pitches in, and 6 of those 11 have been out of the zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Leadoff man aboard. 7-3 Sox in the 8th. A pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was nasty. A cut fastball that dove out of the bottom of the zone, and a big first out.
We've spent time today talking about the bottom end of the bullpen. That, needs to be better. The Red Sox have 3 horses at the top end of their bullpen that are as good as anyone in baseball. And that can be good enough to win in the postseason. Over 162, you need more than that.
Here's Kyle Manzardo, ball 1.
But you can sit here and close your eyes and imagine Justin Slayton versus Jose Ramirez in as big of a spot imaginable and trust that he's going to do exactly what he just did.
Well, not all outs are created equal. That was special. The 1-0 is pop foul on the third base side. You know, the walk to Schneemann was the first base runner he'd allowed in 22 batters faced. That's how good Slayton's been. So now 1-1 to Manzardo. 7-3 Red Sox. 1-1 the pitch. That is so good. Curveball at the top of the zone. And it's 1-2. We're talking about the great longtime radio broadcaster here, Tom Hamilton, who's going into the Hall of Fame this summer. He would have called that a bullseye. And it was. 1-2. Broken bat blooper in a shallow right field. Campbell is back. He will get there and make a running grab. Very nicely done. That's the athleticism on display. 2 down in the bottom of the 8th inning.
moment there with that ball in the air where I'm not sure that I thought that Campbell was going to get there. He accelerates. He gets there. He was the only person on the field that could have gotten to that baseball.
Red Sox needed this effort after dropping 5-4 game one. Especially with the way it started, a 3-run homer from Abreu, and really from that moment on, it was just an avalanche. Disappointment. So now 2 down. Under a board, Chapman begins to get loose in the pen. Here's a strike on the inside corner. Good fastball there from Justin Slayton. 93 miles an hour. This guy's stuff is absolutely filthy. 0-1 pitch. There's another one swung on and missed. Fastball at 97. Go get him. And it's 0-2.
Right, you can start right on right cutter at 93 and then put 97 by you on the outside half of the four-seamer. And then throw anything here.
0-2. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Campbell looking up into an evening sky, and he will get there and make the play. The inning is over. I love that Campbell just took charge on the right side of the infield with Romy over there. The inning is over. Slayton's human. He allows a base runner, but then mows him away. We go to the 9th inning. 7-3 Red Sox lead in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day, or new shoes for her favorite salsa class, or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
Can I get you a refill?
you can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
To the top of the 9th inning we go. 7-3 Red Sox. Trevor Story leading it off. Allard continues. Trevor grounds it to short. Backhanded there by Rocchio from deep in the hole. He throws just in time to get Trevor. And there's one away. The big left-hander rolled as Chapman is up. It looks like Jarren Duran's eating a Rice Krispie treat. I doubt it. It's probably a protein bar, but he is putting on a show tonight. He's doubled, he's tripled, he stole home, driven in a couple runs, and he has ignited this team. Darkening skies in Cleveland. 1 out, bases empty. Here's Ref Snyder. He's had a very nice night at the plate. A walk and a double. He takes a strike on the outside corner. These are the at-bats for a veteran like Ref Snyder that he is absolutely grinding on. It's a guy like Allard he knows he can produce against. Here's a fly foul. Play on the first base side. 99-cent sale is back. Pick up participating items at Shaw's and Star Market for just 99 cents. By the each, or by the pound, sure. Nice. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. 0-2 to Rob. The pitch is just outside. Good take. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Reminder to stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that puts goosebumps on your goosebumps. 1-2 to Rob. The pitch. Soft ground ball. Foul outside of third. Just outside the bag. Stays 1-2.
How about Allard? 5 1/3, 1-run ball. He's gotten the right-handers out. He does not have a strikeout.
Well, I can tell you right now, this is the kind of post-game situation where Stephen Vogt is going to say, Colby did us a huge solid because they needed it. I mean, they had the rookie on the mound making his debut in Nikhazy. He did not pitch well, and this guy sort of saved the bullpen. 1-2. Refsnyder takes a ball. It is incredible how often Refsnyder goes from 0-2 into a sort of even or even hitters count. Even or even. 2-2 by the each. The pitch comes home, and Refsnyder pops it up in a shallow left center field. This thing's got a chance to dunk down, and it will not, as the shortstop Rocchio makes a really nice over-the-shoulder running grab. And just like that, 2 away. So here now, Romy. I would bet you is a little frustrated here today because in Nikhazy and Allard, these are 2 pitchers he usually owns. But he's a little bit out of sorts. He's 0 for 4. 2 down, top 9. The pitch. Strike. Below the zone, probably shouldn't have been called a strike, but it was, and it's 0-1. This is such a reminder of what it was like in 24 when Duran was such an igniter. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs with the fastball, 1-1. I mean, the bottom line truth is, like any ball player, he is imperfect. He doesn't do it every night. 1-1. Ripped down the left field line. That'll put a smile on Romy's face. Into the corner. That's extra bases. You knew that was coming. And my homie is into second base with a 2-out 9th inning double.
Swing that he'd been getting to. He lined out in the second. He flew out to left a few innings later and does curveball up. He does what he does. He rolls out of bed and slugs.
Do you want to hear something stupid?
Please.
That's his 35th at bat, and he's got 5 doubles. I mean, that is outrageous production. Here now, Christian Campbell trying to get a little insurance for Aroldis Chapman, who's up in the pen. A fastball for a strike on the inside corner to Christian, who's looked very good at the plate. 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. They're going to bring in Chapman unless this thing totally explodes. 0-1 to Campbell, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He sold out there in a slider, and it's 0-2. But Duran does things on a baseball diamond that regular human beings don't do. And I think there's a real sense in the dugout that they feed off him. When he goes, everyone goes. And he is just grinning ear to ear. I think they're just showing him replays of the steal of home over and over. The 0-2. High fly ball into left field. Back at the warning track. It'll be caught out there by Schneemann. And the inning is over. However, Red Sox take a 4-run lead to the bottom of the 9th inning. Chapman to the mound to try to split the doubleheader when we come back to Cleveland. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Amazon has everything for every kind of birthday. Whether that's a 3-tier cake stand,
Happy birthday!
Comet balloons for your son's space theme party, or gifts like a karaoke machine for that friend who never stops singing.
Happy birthday to you.
From cake stands to karaoke machines, shop everything for every party on Amazon.
The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, Autobotulinum Toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow
eyebrow and eyelid drooping and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Aroldis Chapman is on the mound for the Red Sox. 3 outs for a win. Should be pretty comfortable for Aroldis. They lead 7-3. Chapman has been phenomenal for the Sox in his 11 appearances. He's 4 for 4 in save situations. This, of course, is not one of those. 4-run lead. Last time out, gave up a homer to Andrew Benintendi. 9 1/3 innings, 14 strikeouts, and 4 walks for Chapman. Here we go. Here's Bo Naylor, left-handed hitter. Good luck against Chapman. The pitch, swing and a miss. 98 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Sox got a run in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and have never looked back. 0-1, the pitch. That was a four-seamer that yanked outside. Narvaez couldn't get it, and it's 1-1.
Alex Cora just made a defensive change, too, in right field. Billy Abreu in for Robert F. Snyder.
Makes too much sense. 1-1. Here's the pitch. High fly into left, drifting toward the line. Long run in for Duran, and in foul territory. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. I mean, Duran does play the outfield like a defensive back. And I know he played a lot of football in his life, but he just chops his feet. He breaks late. He's not Cedon. He's not Jackie Bradley. There's no immediate read smoothness. But what he's gotten himself to do with a lot of work with Kyle Hudson is just to keep his body moving and allow the pure physical talent to take over. One down for Angel Martinez. Chapman is ready. He throws. And that's a strike on the outside corner. 100, sure. Of course, Chapman does not have great memories in this ballpark. We saw Rajay Davis a little bit earlier, who almost had one of the great swings in Cleveland at that time. Indians history tied the game off of Chapman in that World Series in 16 against the Cubs as Angel Martinez takes a swing and a miss at a slider, and it's 0-2.
You cannot look at the left field wall here, that 19-foot high left field wall down that line, and not think about that swing. It's probably the most famous swing in this ballpark.
Unreal. So shocking. 0-2. Base is empty, 1 down. Chapman is ready. He throws. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. 1-0-1. And the Red Sox are an out away. I love Joe Madden. I saw a wonderful interview with Ken Rosenthal about the state of the game and all the overusing of analytics. He is an innovator, wonderful man, and yet the rain delay and the Cubs in that extra inning situation got Joe off the hook, because I thought that was a little aggressive with Chapman in the bullpen in that World Series. 7-3 Red Sox. Here is John Kenzie Noel, swing and a miss. Splitter down and in. Chapman's got it all working, and it's 0-1. You'd love him to go quick here so he can totally be fresh tomorrow. 7-3. Red Sox lead. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Chapman throws. Swing and a foul. Another splitter. And it's 0-2. This is where you go back-to-back on splitters, and you can easily elevate 101 and end the game.
He shook off to that splitter, too, which is always, you remember the last few years, too, the confidence in that splitter really matters long-term for him.
Strike away from a win. 7-3, 2 down in the 9th. Chapman is ready. He throws, and he missed outside. 103 miles an hour. Sure. A little overthrown with a sinker. It's 1-2. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full-line Goosebumps on your Goosebumps. 1-2. Chapman delivers. Swing and a miss. He got him. Sinker at 102. He stares into Noel. It will not be a Merry Christmas for him. Sox win it 7-3. Jarren Duran was unbelievable. He steals home, and he sparks the Red Sox as they split this doubleheader in Cleveland. Duran, they needed that. Nissan Postgame shows next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Amazon has everything for every kind of birthday. Whether that's a 3-tier cake stand,
Happy birthday!
comet balloons for your son's space-themed party, or gifts like a karaoke machine for that friend who never stops singing.
Happy birthday to you.
From cake stands to karaoke machines, shop everything for every party on Amazon.
This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Red Sox win it 7-3. They split the doubleheader, and really an important win for Boston here this evening in Cleveland. And one of the big reasons they had a chance in this doubleheader was Alex Bregman, who joins us right now. Alex, we're going to talk a lot about your swings, your approach. But I'll never forget this. When you came over, you talked about all the things you'd thought about and sort of evaluating where you wanted to play, what you wanted to do. And one of the first things you talked about was Jarren Duran and being an opponent, watching him play the game with his hair on fire. How cool was it to see him sort of ignite this team tonight?
I mean, it was awesome, and that's what he's capable of. Obviously, it was a big win for us after losing the first one. But JD, I mean, hit a triple. I think he had 3 or 4 hits. I'm not even sure. He was on base all day. Stealing home was awesome. I mean, his play is electric, and he can really change ball games with just how hard he plays. And that was awesome to see, and hopefully we can keep it rolling.
I mean, you've played 10 years in this game. You've seen a lot of different plays and a lot of different games. How many times have you seen a guy triple and steal home like that?
Not much, not many times. I know they were talking about it right before that, saying that there could be an opportunity if he got to third, and he executed on it. And I mean, Flo and Huddy do such a great job on the bases, and obviously Jarren is super fast, so it was pretty cool to see that happen.
We thought you went back-to-back with Rafi a little bit earlier today. I'm particularly impressed, Alex. You know, you do set the tone for this offense, which is kind of trying to still, I think, find its identity. In a game where you really want to get a win to split the doubleheader, to walk your first 2 times and not be over-anxious, is that just a product of your experience?
Well, I think you got to kind of take what they give you, right? And feel like been fortunate enough to square up a few balls this week, and first 2 at-bats I actually swung at 1 pitch in the first 2 at-bats, but that was the only one that was.
You decided to swing one time.
But I feel like really taking pride in swinging at good pitches and trying to take the bad ones, and kind of got a little over anxious after that 2 at-bats later in the game, but we'll correct that tomorrow, come back and swing at the right ones again.
You had a pretty good view at the end there of Aroldis, who threw the fastest pitch in baseball on the second to last pitch this year at 103. I know you've been against him a lot of times. How much fun is it to have that guy on your team now?
Well, it's definitely fun to be on his team. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy facing that. So obviously he's super imposing on the mound, and when he's up there, we have so much confidence in him, and I love playing defense behind him.
Alex, first time leaving home when you got 2 of them. How's Reagan? How's everybody doing? You know, these are sleepless nights. These are the real hard times when you're adapting to number 2. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing great. Baby's happy, healthy. Mom's happy, healthy, and we're super blessed. We're just enjoying it, and Obviously on the road, away from them is tough, but we try and FaceTime as much as we can. I know Knox went over to the Fenway team store today and got a bat and glove, and he's all locked in. He's fired up for some Red Sox baseball.
So awesome. We love it. Thanks so much, Alex. We always appreciate the time. Great job tonight. Thanks.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, Alex.
Well, the Red Sox, it's just one game in the grand scheme of things. They get back above 500, 15-14. The way that a player talks to us is not everything. It's not even that important. But you hear in his voice, look, he's crediting Jose Flores. He's crediting Kyle Hudson. He's talking about the reasons that he came here because of Jarren Duran. This is the guy that he is, Cooper, and we've seen it. It percolates, it reverberates through this clubhouse. They follow this guy, Alex Bregman.
This is a team that believes it can go really far in 2025. There's a fan base that believes that. There are a lot of good reasons to think that. And we saw it last year, but this is a better team. Alex Bregman, the guy we just talked to, is one of the many reasons why. But what they have with Rafaela, with David Hamilton even, but also with Trevor Story healthy, with Bregman, and, of course, with Jarren Duran, is this level of athleticism that is matched by very few teams in the world. And that is one of the many reasons why you are allowed to be excited, because it's real. And you can imagine Jarren Duran doing it, because it's not that hard to imagine. We've seen it, but this is who he is, and this is what this team can be on a day-to-day basis as we look to May and June and hopefully a long time beyond that.
No doubt. You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full lineup. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Local Nissan store, nissanusa.com today. This was a Duran day. There's no way to get around that. I mean, this guy, the MVP of the All-Star game, everybody knows the season he had a year ago. And I just want to hone in on the one moment that changed him in this game. And that is, what is it, a 2-0 count? And he steps out. Why not? It might have been 0-2 now that I'm thinking back on it. And the home plate umpire, Brock Ballou, says, well, why are you stepping out? And Jarren says, there's 15 seconds left. What are you talking about? I'll do whatever I want. That's within the rules. The umpires meet, and you look over and you see Duran just absolutely stewing. Like, triple, and he steals home. That's the fire within him is pretty unmatched.
It is wild competition, and he's been incredibly honest about his battle with that too, as part of who he is and who he hopes to be in all of these things. But when it is at its best in the arena, like he is gladiator in the arena in a very real way, and when he taps into that, and this has been true for a very long time before he was on this stage, when he was in the minor leagues and all the way to now, there is, like, he's like a dragon. Like, he's just, he breathes fire in a way that very few do, and it sounds like hyperbole. It's not. And, I mean, if you don't believe it, watch a game today.
Sometimes it's a little hard for him to channel, but when he gets it right, when everything lines up, man, is he special to watch. The Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Today, I mean, the Red Sox got a really good start from Walker Buehler. Between Buehler, Wilson, Slayton, and Chapman, they struck out 7, so that means another $350 donated to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella's here to strike out cancer. They're here for the Jimmy Fund, and they're here for good. The Red Sox, for every double, $50 goes to the American Diabetes Association, brought to you in part by the Massachusetts Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org. Find the right plan for you and your family. And, the swings from Duran were awesome. The steal of home, impressive. In some ways, the double the other way by Devers off that left center field wall, not trying to oversimplify this whole deal, but they go as far as Devers takes them in a lot of ways, Coop. And if he's going to be having swings like that, shortened up on the play where Story takes off, I mean, he could really, really impact this whole thing.
There's the micro answer to that, which is he doubled, and then the guy making his major league debut walked the next 3 guys. Yep. There's a real mental part of that. And then there's the macro when you zoom out, and that's your superstar. And he needs to be your superstar if this team wants to accomplish all of the things that we're talking about in the context of Alex Bregman. And he will do that, and he will also have spurts like the way that he's looked over the last couple of weeks, but it's not that deep. Like, it's got to look like that more often than it looks like what it's looked like of late, and it did tonight. It's really nice.
The Red Sox did not homer, but for every 4-bagger they hit, Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. 877 Cars for Kids. Or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K. We'll step aside and come back for one final time. The Red Sox split this double dip. Really, probably should have won both, but they'll take it the way that it started here today. 7-3 the final. Buehler the winner, Nikhazy the loser. Chapman blew him away in the ninth. 7-3 final score. Will conclude the Nissan postgame show next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day or new shoes for her favorite salsa class. Or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Aprovecha estos deals de primavera en Lowe's. Lleva 5 plantas anuales selectas de una pinta por solo $5. Además, obtén una batería Toro de 60 voltios gratis al comprar una podadora eléctrica selecta Toro de 60 voltios. Así sí, se disfruta la temporada. Compra ahora mismo en tiendas o en línea. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/30, hasta agotar existencias. Tamaño actual y selección de la planta varían por lugar. Excluye Hawái.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
Next Level Pet people give their dogs next-level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next-level protection for your dog.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this,
Thanks, Mom.
fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Need contract help for those workload peaks and backlogged projects? You're not alone. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed said they will increase their use of contract talent. That's why our recruiters leverage their experience and use award-winning AI to quickly find the skilled candidates you want. Learn about our specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology,